I'm gonna do a little bit of an intro this time, so yeah. I love how I said that probably while we were live, so I just ruined it. It'll be fucking hilarious. But we are live right now. Yeah, we are live.
Oh, we are live. Yeah, we are live. Okay, let me make the community post. Let me make the community post.
All right. Hello everyone and welcome back to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure City of Churches. I am your GM Raxi. This is session 15 and these are our players. Skorak, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, it is me, the Score Man. You know me from the other Harmacists stuff, like
Cuts off.
He just cut out, like, cuts out.
Have you ever thought maybe
Skorak, I'm a DM, I'm a player, Wednesdays.
he's gonna be speaking like that for the rest of the session? For the rest of the campaign.
Yeah, just cram everything in like the first 3 seconds, just in case you cut off.
I don't know what to do.
Don't laugh, I am still trying to figure that out myself.
Emily, run. That's not one. Fuck.
Okay, and here we have Emily, and well, she's falling again.
She's falling again. All right, and Wesley. Wesley's next.
That's me. Holy cow. I'm Wesley. I'm from Sequence Break. That's a different
Sequence Break.
thing. Yeah. We do a lot of JoJo stuff. If you like JoJo stuff, go watch some JoJo stuff that we make.
Yep.
Yeah. Frick yeah. It's entirely possible that some of you, and by some of you I mean KP, already know this.
W intro, let's go. I'm like your hype man. I'm just anytime you
Yeah.
I got you, bro. Nice. Super.
At last, it is my turn. First of all, I wanna say that I could disappear for like 10 minutes at random during this session. It's fine. I just gotta like talk to my mother. It's fine. Hopefully, you won't even notice it if like Mastino is not in the scene. Anyway, I am Super. I play Mastino. You can find me on YouTube by looking up Super or at super_super_super. Not to be confused with Supas, who's a FNAF YouTuber, Super Hot Fire, who's a rapper, Super, who was a guy on Google+, Super, who is a professional League of Legends player, Super, who is a Swordburst 2 player, that's a Roblox game, or Big Homie Super, which is another rapper. That's not me. I'm the Dark Knight guy.
Wow. That's actually more surprising than the amount of people named Super.
There's 2, and this guy, Big Homie Super, also tattooed the name Super on his back, which was really weird to see from
Easy
my
to get
perspective.
confused with you.
Yeah, very easy to get confused.
Also has a tattoo of Supa on your back.
Exactly. We both have the same tattoo on our back, so that makes it even more confusing. That's not me, though.
All right.
Oh, okay, P98. Thank you for the 10 dealers.
Oh, KP, $10.
Got them bucks. Hey, we got
Super
them
chat
bucks.
to say Murder Mystery Part 2 will be great. Murder Mystery Part 2 will be great indeed. I can't wait to see actually, because like we have like how many people left? Like 2 people left?
3. One.
I don't know. You never specified the number of the victims. I don't think that was ever specified. No, you never specified.
I did say there were 2 on random alleys, which you did, and there were another one, like one at each how you call it, point of interest. One at the
all
the
things
one at the
considered,
bar and one at the mansion.
basically you said all things considered, we have the case files. We just
Yeah.
never asked how many there
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, I just never counted them, I guess. Mastino just never took the moment to count, I guess.
And yeah, true. And we have Hukas now.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Well, Laffy mentioned the fucking painter from Urban Spooks. Never do that ever again, bro. Never do that ever again.
What is Urban Spooks?
No, don't
Keep
worry.
it that way. You don't want to know. Keep your ignorance.
I was just about to Google it. So stop typing. What?
Keep your ignorance.
I should stop.
Supa's trauma
Okay.
has come
Okay.
up, not to be confused with one of the other traumas that the other Supas have.
Yeah, I had my Urban Spooks trauma, not to be confused with my father trauma. That's a different trauma.
Alright, closing that up, I guess. Alright. Never gonna find out what that is.
It's more funny than
Yes.
3 anyway.
Let me turn up Skorak real quick. And Hukas was introducing himself.
Yeah. It's yes, it's me, it's Hukas. That's what he said. That's my name. Yes, and I play Paul, and he's a cool guy, and well, that's it. That's kind of it.
I like
Yeah.
Paul. He
True.
likes history and stuff.
It's, I mean, it's true.
At this point, I can just do your intro for you. Like-
No input needed.
No, I'm kidding. It's fine. All right, let me do like a little recap what happened last time for those who might have missed it, or those who are watching, with 1 week gap. Last session, our players decided to follow Silouan instead of going after Quiet Dawn, and Silouan led them to an old and abandoned western-looking town drowning in rain, saying that he had a feeling the players should go. Bleh, sorry. Saying that the players should go there because he had a feeling the place was somehow important. Once inside, the players realized that their watches froze at midnight and that the rain was not touching them even though they could see and hear it. Moving on, Mastino caught a brief glimpse of a mysterious headless figure, and later the party met a blindfolded man holding a stopwatch who dismissed them quickly. After finding case files in the sheriff's office, it became apparent that a series of murders took place, which tarnished the reputation of their once respected sheriff. The players decided to visit the locations where each of the victims was murdered. As of now, they have visited 2 of the 5 locations, and in both cases they managed to talk to the spirit of the victims and help them with a serious dilemma they had, and allow them to pass on peacefully. Now they make their way to the 3rd victim, and just maybe some of the looming questions about this mysterious town will be answered. Alright.
I just want to point out for the second guy, our entire argument was like, you should build a future here with your wife and your kid. Think about your future when, the guy is already dead. So that was kind of funny.
True.
Actually, we may wanna consider the other perspective. Like, dude, we literally this is literally for the better of everyone here. Yeah, but I wanna be right.
I think the
Exactly.
perspective that we should be taking on that was, considering how far in the past we were probably sending him to his wife anyway.
Yeah, either way, yeah. He was gonna
Child
meet
might
with
still
his
be
wife,
okay.
either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, the child is gonna have to go to purgatory as they never got baptized, but that's unfortunate.
But of course.
That's a little unfortunate,
Dude.
but a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Skorak, do you want to check your sensitivity on your mic? Maybe
Why?
it's
What's
too
the problem?
high. I don't know. Like, maybe
Are you
it's too
hearing
high.
stuff through my mic?
No. because you're cutting off.
Oh, the cutting out? Oh yeah, no, that's internet. That's pure internet, baby.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, it's been happening like since the beginning. Today, I guess it's just extra vicious.
All right. If you say so, it's fine.
In the beginning.
We do what we
The
can.
monster.
Yeah, like unless we get a new like how's it called? A new cable. I don't think it's just gonna be like fixed.
All right.
It's very funny because my cable is much newer than yours and also much nicer looking than yours. Like yours is fucked. Yours is like the flayed one levels of fucked, And mine looks just fine. It looks perfectly presentable. But yours works great and mine just doesn't.
We should figure that out after the session. I have some ideas on how to fix it, basically. We should check it out
Alright.
after the session. All right. You were all thinking about going to the third victim. And as you check your case files, whoever has them, I think it's Mastino. Mastino still has them.
Yeah, I got them.
As you check the case files, you figure out that it's in the mansion, the third victim. A few basic things about them. Their name is Lisa. She was about to be wed when she was murdered. There was like some commotion there. There's a few like rumors about the lords at the mansion. Actually, the mayor lives
The
there.
current theory, arranged marriage. That's my current theory.
And there were like a few the rumors about the mayor and his family that lived in the mansion, and but nothing too concrete. Mostly that maybe they're misusing the money of the town. That their daughter like hates her parents, and just stuff like that, which Paul would mostly get from the newspapers.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm assuming you make your way there right now.
Yeah, I assume so, yeah.
All right. As you make your way there, I'd say Mastino, or actually maybe you want to roll like something to see who notices.
Awareness,
thing.
I guess.
Yeah. Let's all roll awareness.
Alright, let's all roll awareness. I got a strong 1 in awareness. It's that easy. It's just that fucking
that is
easy.
a strong one.
That is a strong 1 in awareness. And also a spirit eye. By the way, I got nerfed. I didn't have the chance to mention this. I did get a balance patched. I did get a balance patched, but apparently I'm just gonna have a fucking 38 spirit eye anyways.
No.
Like,
Wait.
I'm such a failure.
Really nice.
come on,
Wait.
Emily.
Wait.
Emily. Oh my god. Oh my god, Emily. Jesus.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, welcome to City of Churches, everyone. This is what we can expect. This is exactly what we can expect here. Mastino getting a bunch of 6s, me just being lucky, Paul being there and doing pretty well, and then Emily falling on her face.
Yep.
That's exactly what happened. That's an average of 4.5.
Pretty good.
Literally the only variable bringing up the average.
Hold up a second. I wanted to say that Mastino, you don't have. I thought I told you that like you get to keep 2 of them.
Oh yeah. I have 4 now. I have 4 now because I got 2 6s.
You don't get to keep the 38, man.
Yeah. Oh, I know. That's no.
okay.
I said that I'm getting so many 6s that I'm gonna get 38 again over time.
Okay. That's fair enough.
Just by getting a bunch of 6s.
Sure,
I think
go
it would
ahead.
have been way
already at
funnier if you said, "Nah, yeah, I still have the 38, but out of respect for the new rules, I'm gonna spend 36 of them on this next roll."
And it's like a completely pointless roll, too.
Yeah.
Right. So I guess.
So what
Anthony-
do we see?
I guess
Actually?
Anthony and Mastino, you notice as you walk forward at the right side of a building, there's like a little alley, and right around the corner, much like how Micah was kind of like looking at you, Anthony, when he first, the cloud guy, when he first appeared. You see the headless figure again with the cowboy hat. Again, just like staring at you. Kind of like trying to... I guess you don't know what he's trying to do, obviously. He doesn't have a head. Let me show the audience as well. But you just see it for a moment, looks at you for a moment, and then retreats back into the shadows. So that happened. Georgia just goes...
Well, that just happened.
Georgia just goes, guys, what's up?
Probably nothing.
You know, the cowboy guy. It's lurking around. It's looking at us, but it doesn't seem interested in stopping us.
Man, a newspaper was cost 3 cents back there? Guys, this is insane! Emily just like looking at some.
Oh yeah, that's Emily. That's before all of the inflation and shit. You're looking at a relic right there.
Yeah.
You could probably
I could
buy 3
steal
meals
it.
with an Australian dollar in this timeline.
Yeah, I think I can steal it and sell it for like $50, you know?
I mean, I guess, okay, assuming that this town won't just disappear once we get rid of the user, would that even have any value as like an antique piece?
I mean, an authentic newspaper from that time would probably at least have some value.
I guess it doesn't hurt to try, yeah.
So all things considered, its value might actually be lessened by the fact that it doesn't look old.
True.
It's perfectly preserved.
Well, okay, then that doesn't make it any different from like a replica then.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it
it'll
doesn't
probably
have
be
the
seen
age on it, so it's no different from a replica in that case.
Okay, what like, we're gonna go down the path. Like, how much is this newspaper exactly?
Yeah,
worth?
we're just discussing this,
only
like
makes
we got
sense for
completely
Mastino.
sidetracked. We got
Yo, is
completely sidetracked.
if everything were to be like the prices that they were back then, would Mastino be nerfed or buffed or both?
He would have to be buffed, right? Because he
But,
has
like, here's
the
to see more
here-
money. Which, is
He would
also
be
the same,
birthed.
Okay, I am both because I am buffed when creating objects because they cost less, but debuffed when making objects into money because they cost less.
Yeah.
Oh,
Be birthed.
also thinking about it, if we're going by old-timey rules, you wouldn't be able to make anything that's not from that time because it hasn't been bought yet.
Oh, I was thinking more because maybe did the US dollar even exist in this period? That's what I was thinking.
That's a good question, actually.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh my god. Okay.
Look up, I'm on it.
Putting a cow there. Putting a.
We're getting
Anytime.
sidetracked. We're getting a little sidetracked.
Get a
We're
little
good.
bit sidetracked.
1966.
We're good. It was started in 1785.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
What?
All right, perfect, good piece of information. Amazing fun fact. That's the fun fact of the day. Let's keep going.
Yep.
All right. You guys walk to the mansion. No other incident occurs. And you see from afar. First of all, the mansion has like this big metal wall fence, right? So you're gonna have to. You give a little yank to the door, right, the gate, and it's locked. You're gonna have to find another way inside. But you do notice, right next to the front door on the porch, a corpse of a young woman, headless just like the rest of them. But you can't see anything else. You do notice the victim from here.
You know what I don't think we checked before? I'm gonna look at the injury, like the neck, like the decapitation. I'm gonna look, is it like clean? Is it rough? I'm gonna see if I can gather anything from the neck.
You are not there now. Maybe you want to do a flashback.
Oh, I meant with like the new corpse, with the new corpse that we just found.
You're kind of far away. You're gonna have to get a bit closer.
Yeah, whenever we have the occasion, then.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, how do you want to get over this gate? Or, I guess, just smash it.
I could just summon a bazooka, but that's kind of.
Kind of ruins the vibe.
It's a
Yeah, that's
little
kind
bit
of ruins
extreme.
the vibe, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you guys do the thinking. If you can't come up with anything, I'm gonna summon the bazooka.
Bro, just summon a ladder.
True.
True, just summon a ladder. That's
Reverberate
true,
and
actually.
Mastino realizes he has more than just the U.S. military.
Yeah,
Like,
the best
you're
reaction
gonna-
Martin is, oh, yeah, bazooka, let's blow it up, yeah.
You're gonna when you say that, just summon a ladder, Mastino is gonna blink and like he just realized, and he's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, a ladder. I could summon a ladder. You're right. That's true." And I summon a ladder, then just a step ladder in
Alright.
front of the gate.
All right, nice and basic.
Nice
very
and easy,
functional,
nice and
very
easy.
Practical. Just a good old ladder. I will have you roll for getting over it, even though it's kind of painful to do. But
Just summon another ladder, bro. What's the problem? Just
I summon
ladder to
two
ladder.
ladders. Okay,
It's simple as that.
Okay, what role would that be?
I
Would that
think-
be like?
because of the, I guess it doesn't make
Yeah,
that
what-
much
what-
sense. Yeah.
Speed, I guess, or sneak, maybe.
Nah, never mind.
We're
Never
rolling
mind.
for
You
the
know what?
ladder.
I'm not gonna have you roll anything. I think that's kind of, it's arbitrary. What's gonna happen is you summon the ladder, you put it down, and you like start like climbing it, and you all of you hear from behind, Georgia. Oh, this is taking so long. 25, and she summons her stand, and oh, they moved the. Oh, let me just. They moved the sound effects to the thing. I forget. What is it?
We'll move the sound effects.
Hey, there it is.
There we
She
go.
summons your stand and immediately makes like an electric, like a laser cutter, but not really like a. Yeah. Actually, yeah, makes like an electric laser cutter, and starts like cutting the bars. And before you even get to the top, she's already cleaned house. It's she made like a nice big hole. She just kicks the fence in frustration and just goes, "Come on, just follow me." Oh. And moves
Fucking
inside.
Mastino's gonna shake his head. He's gonna be like, the one time I was trying to be nice and proper. Jesus.
That's destruction of private property.
George, I thought you took a bit too long trying to figure out how to get over that fence. And you all make it inside the garden. I'm assuming you go straight to the. It's well, let me describe that a little bit. It's a nice garden. It's nothing crazy, right? It's kind of proportional to how poor and run down and criminal infested the rest of the town is, right? Like, the rich people of a normal area would look pretty rich. The rich people of this town, they look actually kind of normal, honestly. But they still have like a relatively nice garden, a few flowers here and there. And you walk forward, and as you reach the porch with the victim's lifeless body on it, Mastino, you can take a look at the neck.
Yeah, do I need to roll awareness?
I think you should, yeah.
Okay. It's that easy.
Oh my god, I'm not.
Not even close. There you go.
That's another speed
Wow.
that you are gonna get 38.
yeah.
Yeah, what the.
38, here we
I'm
come.
just going back to 38 anyway.
Mastino's not gonna be denied. His true power level is gonna be unleashed yet again.
How much do you have right now?
I have 5 right now.
He already has 5. Like, it's not good.
I already have 5.
We're in danger.
Mastino has gone through like 100 fucking spirit die, and I have gone through like 3, like on the entire campaign. It's insane.
Yeah, you did actually. You don't
Literally, just roll well. Like, it's that easy. Just roll good. It's
I'll
actually that easy.
I'll try it.
Right, 6. That's phenomenal. You just look at the neck, and for some reason, you just know exactly how this person was killed.
You know, very suspiciously, you know,
Very
continuing the
suspiciously.
trend.
Yeah.
He knows exactly what happened to him.
Yeah. You notice the wound is or like the cut, very rough, very rough. It's kind of gruesome. Even you kind of like wince a little bit, and you can only guess that it was like some dull weapon or makeshift weapon that did this. Whoever did it was not in a hurry or anything, but it definitely wasn't the cleanest job. It looked more like they wanted to get the job done rather than carefully plan it somehow. Like, it didn't matter to them whether it was a clean cut or not. So it looks pretty rough.
Okay. I'm gonna tell this to the group. I'm gonna be like, this guy is not exactly a professional. It's more like he went in, he decapitated them very roughly with like very rudimentary tools. And you know, his explanation is suspiciously detailed, like suspiciously knowledgeable as he explains that.
Oh yeah,
The
classic.
reveal at the end is that
sloppy beheading.
Mastino just really loves crime dramas.
Yeah, he's like one of those true crime girls.
Right. Right about now, you are kind of starting to look for the outline that you saw with the other 2 victims. But this victim is on a porch, so the rain doesn't reach here. So you can see an
fuck.
outline. I guess you can just like put your... I don't know. I mean, you'll figure it out, I guess.
We can poke at random until we find her.
Yeah.
This is
I mean, okay, that's gonna be the first thing I do. I'm just gonna poke at random with my hand. Just like with... Wait, no, that's stupid.
Maybe we should let...
I passed through. That's stupid.
Maybe we should let someone else do this, because you did you were present for the last 2, right?
Yeah, I think it's my turn.
Yeah,
now.
I wanna see Anthony. I wanna see how Anthony deals with this.
I'm
Nothing
currently
goes with it.
eating
Yeah,
breakfast, so if someone
And
else
honestly,
wants to do this
also
one, I'll get the
Paul.
next one.
Also Paul, because so far Paul has been shown to have a very strange morality so far, so I kinda wanna see him too.
He's a very strange man. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
that's for sure, yeah.
But yeah,
Okay, Paul
it's
gets
kind of
this one, I'll get the next one.
yeah, it's kind of his turn now. So I guess I start walking around.
At random.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give him the stick. I'm gonna give him the stick to touch the figure.
and he bestowed upon me the stick,
Yes.
and I will use it.
And you start poking around, Paul. You start just randomly, and it's that kind of thing where like you just kind of zoom out a little bit, and you're like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like it's just complete silence, watching Paul randomly stab at the different direction with a metal rod,
And up the air, like stab the air with a stick, like.
And as you do that, Georgia eventually goes, oh, just poke here. It's like she grabs your she grabs the rod and kind of yanks it towards a certain direction, which you haven't checked before, and you make contact and you hear, "Ow! Why'd you do that?" And both you and Georgia get washed into the rain world, the other plane. Everyone behind you disappears. The body disappears. And you now both see this young lady, well groomed, with kind of like slight how do I say this? She doesn't have like a super regal posture, even though it seems like she was kind of like trained to. She definitely doesn't really care about presenting herself too greatly, but she has very good makeup, and her hair is very well done, and she wears a really nice, expensive dress for the time period. And she just looks at you like, "Oh, why'd you poke me?" George is stunned. She's not speaking at all. It's like, being her first time in this plane.
I'm also stunned. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm sorry, and I I kind of put the stick down. I did not mean to do that. I was trying to catch birds with it.
Birds? With,
Well, yeah, what else could be found in the air, right? Why would you be stabbing the air otherwise? Huh.
I don't know. Are you like the gardener?
Yes, I'm the gardener. Yes.
Oh,
So,
okay, that makes some sense, I think. I don't know why my mother keeps changing them. I don't even get to meet some of them before they are swapped out. I don't know. Anyway, you wanted something?
Well, I was looking to start tidying up the garden, and you're kind of in it, so I must ask. I will take a stab at it. I will take a stab and I'll say Your Highness. Okay, just I'll just say Your Highness.
She kind of like
what?
cringes a little bit, like, don't call me that, please. It's embarrassing. I don't like it. You said I'm standing in the. I mean, I can move, I guess. I don't know. I was just thinking about something, and I mean, I'm sorry if I'm in your way. I was just lost in my own world, I guess.
No, it's quite okay. It's far from me, from a lowly gardener to understand the issues of the elites, but if I could help, I will.
Right, I guess. And Georgia goes, what seems to be troubling you? And Lisa goes, oh, well, it's you see, my parents, they have arranged a marriage for me, and I don't know what to do, really. I mean, it would be easy as a choice if I didn't kinda like the guy. I mean, he's a little bit cute, I guess, but I wouldn't marry him. And I mean, Dad always knows what's best, right? And I don't know if I should go against that, right? He wouldn't do it for no reason, right?
Your father, I am sure, is looking out for his family, but that should not be his decision to make.
He just said some stuff about, it's good for the town, and if I marry Larry, then it's like our families will have a connection, and then their town will also benefit, and ours will also benefit. And I mean, I'm not blind. You can go outside and see for yourself. This town's pretty, excuse my language, pretty fucked up.
Whoa, how old are you, Mrs.?
Oh, come on, you're just a gardener.
I'm sorry. Yes, I was not trying to. I was not trying to intrude. Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
George just like nods in the background, like hell yeah. And Elisa goes, "Whew, haven't said a bad word in a while. Feels kind of good actually." Anyway, you see my trouble now, right? It's good for the town. It's good for the other town, and I don't hate the guy. I mean, he's fine. It's just I have this weird feeling, like it's just this anxiety that builds up every time I think about it. I don't know how to handle it.
Holy shit, what if she was arranged to marry the murderer?
I love murder mysteries. The players just make the story for you sometimes, like.
True.
Imagine, bro.
Is Larry a good lad?
Yeah, he's a bit of a prick, let's be honest, but I mean, he's kind of cute, and he does give me flowers every now and then. That's nice. I like flowers. I like the gesture. But that's as far as that goes. And I don't think he gets that.
You still don't feel like you want to do this, then?
I mean, yeah, but I kind of have to, maybe? What if it's my responsibility? Would I let the town down? I don't want that. It will be my fault then, no?
Well, my family, they come from England, from back in the islands, and they always wanted me to become an academic. But a higher one at that. They wanted me to roam the world, well, not for too long, just long enough to make connections and then come back. They wanted me to be close to them. They wanted me to be someone important. And I didn't want that. And even though I think it would be beneficial for a lot of people that are not me, I don't think it would be beneficial for me. So I decided to come to Australia and work in this small town. But it was my decision to make. I'm not sure how this I'm not sure how you can escape this. I am not.
Dude,
Listen,
do you?
you should probably think, but not just for everybody else.
Mister, can I ask you something?
Anything you want.
Do you like your choice? Are you happy with it?
Am I happy with it? Well, I am, but I think that's irrelevant. I think if I wasn't happy with my choice, it would be my choice, and that's what matters. Because this is my life, is it not? And I think you have your own life.
Right. Huh.
I don't think mistakes exist, in a sense. I think everything is an opportunity. You know. You probably heard this before, but I truly believe it. It's everything's an opportunity to learn. And I don't like feeling like I have achieved things, but on the backs of others, or due to some decision that was not made by me.
You see, in here I see really liked what you said, that the outcome is relevant. It's your decision, and she just goes, yeah. I mean, everyone has to make their own decisions. The town, my dad, Larry. Why do I have to be the one who has to take that responsibility? I mean, I don't want to do it. Huh. I don't want to do it. You know, responsibility or no, that's... Will I be able to look myself in the mirror if I just keep making decisions I don't like or I don't agree with? What will I become? Huh. You know, maybe you should have stayed in England. You're pretty smart. Maybe you have made it in Kai Academy.
Oh, well, actually, I did try academy for a few years. It was when I got my degree. I actually graduated way earlier than most people. It took me 2 years to get my degree, and then it took me half a year to get my bachelor's, and then I immediately went to academy. But that was my parents' connections, you know. And I was looking myself in the mirror, and I was thinking, well, who am I? If I am somewhere that, well, I didn't apply for that job even. That my parents arranged everything. If I didn't do any of that, then what's my decision? Who am I? I'm just a puppet of their decision. That sickened me. Frankly,
Yeah.
that sickened me.
That sickens me too. And she stomps the ground a little bit, kind of like as if she's pouting, and just goes, I'll do what I want. Yeah. And she basically doesn't say anything else, and starts like that, doing this like angry little walk, and she walks away. She actually walks inside the mansion, and as she opens the door, she kind of stops there, and her spirit starts to fade away, and she looks back at you, and she goes, "If I could drink, I would give you a $1, but you know."
No
well.
worries, I don't drink either.
You know, you're pretty good. I like you. I kind of want Mom to keep you. I'll be sad if she replaced another gardener. And she walks away, and she fades. And both you and Georgia slowly come into the stopped time plane, whatever you want to call it. the dry plane. We have the wet plane and the dry plane because one of them has rain, one of them doesn't. That's actually pretty good. So you
We
come
get a
back,
dry plane.
and all the rest of you see Paul and Georgia come back. You can see the silhouette disappear because no rain, but you assume they got the job done.
So how'd it go?
You see Paul's face. He's shocked. He's like, well, it went well.
I'm
Paul feels
glad.
like- yeah, Paul feels like he just said something like about him, straight up. He didn't like help someone else, almost like he did, but also he said something that he wouldn't say otherwise.
He also helped himself.
Yeah, he
Yeah, a
also
little
himself
bit,
a
yeah. Seems so. All right,
Went
very
pretty
nice.
well.
All right, very nice. George is still a little bit confused, a little bit lost maybe. But she goes, yeah. Whoa, that was weird. Anyway, we should keep moving, right? Mastino, who's next on the list? And
I'm gonna pull up the case files, adjust my glasses that I now have, and read out to Georgia who's the next victim.
The next victim is called Ben. He is near the sheriff's office. It's not exactly
named
on the
around.
sheriff's office, but it's close.
I guess we waddle over to the sheriff's office then, or close to the sheriff's office.
He's the only one that hasn't been in one of these, right?
Yeah,
Hmm.
he's definitely up next. I wanna see how.
Oh
how
yeah, no,
he does.
definitely.
I wanna see how he does.
All right.
Mastino treating this exactly like one of his crime dramas.
You start to make your way towards the sheriff's office once again, and on your way there, without much anticipation at all, the blindfolded man walks in front of all of you, in the middle of the street. It's just in the middle, staring you down, and he's just walking, doing like a kind of a power walk. And he has a bit of an attire change. So let me just post that real quick.
Okay.
I am so tempted to just pull out a gun and shoot him immediately in frame one. I'm so tempted.
Jesus
Oh, that's
Christ,
definitely
man.
an enemy stand user.
Jesus
That's-
Christ, my man.
That's definitely an enemy stand user if I've ever seen one. Oh, gee.
And
I like that art. That's good art.
he walks. Thank you. He walks forward, and completely unlike his previous demeanor of this just dismissive, kind of chronically nervous guy who just wants to be left alone. This guy is well, he just goes he just goes and what are you doing here exactly?
We're helping out the victims.
Helping out the victims. Right. I couldn't expect anyone else but me to understand. You can't help them. They've already been helped. There, does that do it
I
for
mean,
you?
I mean, we already helped like 3 of them. So.
No. They don't need help. They already had the help.
Well, no, clearly they do. They all died with some form of unresolved issue that they couldn't resolve because of their premature death.
And that's my point. They had an issue they
What?
couldn't resolve. they will put out of that misery. The
Well, that's fucking stupid.
horror of having to decide.
Mastino's saying what we're all thinking.
Oh, that's fucking stupid. I'm sorry, but you're just a fucking dumbass. Holy shit.
That's
Okay,
I
like
could not
we
expect you to
okay,
understand.
stop. Like no, stop.
stop.
You killed them to put them out of the misery of having to choose. But very clearly, we helped them choose 3 times now. Like clearly, there was another option that we just did.
No, you can never
What
know
you
the
mean,
consequences of what you did. You can never know where those choices might lead them. They're both
Okay, that's
valid, are
fair.
they not?
Well, not really, no. Like, the guy that wanted to go to war, no, that's fucking stupid. You should stay here with your family. No, they're not both valid.
Why? Because you value the family more than that someone else might value their country?
Yes.
That's just your perspective.
Well, yeah, I suppose that's true. I suppose that's true.
In any
We've been
case,
helping them. We've been helping them make the choice. We're not making it for them. The outcome doesn't matter. It's the fact that they made it.
Since when is that the correct course of action? Because they made it, because they didn't make it, what does it matter? The choice was made, and they must suffer the consequences. Listen, I don't expect any of you to understand.
Anthony looks at everyone and just stops paying attention to the guy and goes, I'm gonna stop trying to understand the mindset of a serial killer.
Yeah, why are we even discussing with this guy?
Are we sure he killed them?
Well, he didn't deny it when Mastino said that he did.
You know what? Did you kill them?
He looks straight at you and goes and just kind of like shrugs and smiles a little bit and clicks his watch. Has a little button on the top. He presses that button and he disappears. And
Okay, yeah, he killed them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, yeah. I think we're gonna be next if we don't do something. I think we're coming next if we don't do something.
Anthony, you're gonna get kicked on the side from an invisible person. So
He's invisible.
Oh, he went to the fucking other side. He
did.
went to the fucking upside down.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
this asshole.
I'm gonna have you roll for exhaustion.
Got it. Yeah, that's fair. There's no way for me to defend against it, so that's fair.
There is basically no way for any of you to defend against it unless you somehow, interact with the other
Well,
player.
we could pinpoint him with the rain, right? If we stay in the open, we can see his outline. I hope. I hope that's how that works.
You see, it's much harder to figure out where the outline is because he's constantly moving. So it's not like he's staying in one place. You're like,
That's fair.
There it is.
Yes,
right?
that's fair. I will say that's fair.
So can we get 1d6
Alright, how much do I roll?
1d6 exhaustion. 4.
God damn.
Yeah.
My fucking shit.
You
He doesn't say that.
you get kicked on the side and you kind of buckle a little bit, and you cough. Georgia goes, Anthony, and as soon as she's trying to she looks like she's trying to do something, maybe help you up. You see a cut appear on her neck. It's a shallow cut, but it draws blood and it shoots from behind her. And as that happens, she kind of falls forward. But then suddenly, actually, you know what? let me roll for it. 4. It's not bad. She actually falls to the ground, but almost immediately, like, turns around and starts, like, just kicking the air, right? Just kicking the air, trying to get up while trying to fight back. She immediately summons her stand. Goes 25! And starts just fucking wailing around here. What is everyone else doing? You saw this happen twice.
Okay, I think I have an idea. I hope it works. So, I'm gonna generate, once again, for the second time this campaign, I'm gonna generate a pack of flour. Just a standard flour.
I was so certain you were gonna put on flower again, like...
Oh my god,
And,
it's flower.
Next, I'm gonna create like a leaf blower. So I created a pack of flour and a leaf blower, and I just start spreading flour all over, just a cloud all around us of flour. As established, objects created by Babylon can touch stands. If it works like the ghosts, the flower will be transported to the other side, and that should create a silhouette in the flower, literally, that we can see. I hope that's how that works.
Solid logic.
Unfortunately.
I'm gonna have you roll for it. I think it's like it's yeah. All right. There's a chance you'll miss.
Is it like a
That's like
Is it like a speed? What would that be?
I'll call it precision. Like in my opinion, it's awareness. Trying to like get to the general, spread flour to the general direction where you think he was. Trying to predict.
Oh no, I'm just doing it around me. I'm just doing it around us.
Yeah, I don't
not
know if
where
you can
he is.
cover that large of an area in such a short time.
Okay, around me at least then.
Okay, sure. You can do it around yourself, so you can keep yourself safe.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell the others to come near too. I'm gonna tell them to come near me as well.
Nothing. Yeah. Okay. They get that. And nothing immediately around you is caught by the flower. So it's just you just create a little bit of a zone. The flower is gonna settle slowly over time. So you do that. Emily, what are you doing?
I am a little bit confused right now because he doesn't seem to be producing any sort of sound or light or anything like that. He just isn't there. So I can't try to use
He's like the silhouettes.
SOS's.
Yeah. He's like the silhouettes from the other victims.
SOS, for all its power, has a very physical effect. No, it doesn't have any esoteric abilities.
And as we have established, you can see the rain, and you can. Ooh. Well, I mean, actually, you can see the rain and you can hear the rain, but you can't touch it. So actually, it might not be that crazy that you could use Sound of Silence. Okay, I think you can give it a shot and see what happens from there. Because I don't think Emily would be sure. I don't think Emily would be like 100% sure. That's the point here.
Okay, in that case, I guess that I am going to roll. Is it sound manipulation?
Yes. I mean, you
Cool,
wanna,
cool,
no,
cool.
wait. You wanna just do a blast, or do you wanna? What do you wanna do exactly?
Oh, I'm basically trying to locate him using sound.
Oh, okay. 4 and 5.
Decent.
Okay,
Very decent.
I like that. You can hear and see the rain, but you cannot touch it. So your stand would work. the rain is covering his sounds a little bit, at least to the point where if you didn't have Sound of Silence, you probably wouldn't know where he was from sound alone. So I will say that you just use sound manipulation to try to determine where he's coming from, and just as you determine that, he's right behind you and he's trying to slash your neck, so that gives you just enough time to get out of the way. And as soon as you get out of the way,
he's right behind me, isn't he?
and that gives you you barely saved yourself. And as he goes through with the slash, he scurries off again and hides his sound within the rain.
Why doesn't anyone fight like an actual... God damn it.
Paul, what were you doing that little time? The last thing you saw is Emily dodging an attack. And then you saw the rest of the attacks as well, and what Mastino did with the flower.
Yes. Well, first of all, I'm gonna go next to Mastino. Whatever he told me.
Yeah, the flower is a solution, but not a permanent solution. I can't just keep making flower the entire fight.
I see.
But yeah, for now, at least like for this turn, we'll be safe. We're gonna see him coming.
Well, realistically, there is not much I can do with my stand, so I'm not even gonna bother. But what I will do is I'm gonna try to figure out where he is by trying to see, like, you know, like a tree branch, you know, like flailing or a footprint, or I don't know, something.
Okay, you're trying to track him. You can try and track him optically.
Yes.
Okay, that would be awareness.
Yes, awareness
for sure.
I only had 1, and it's 4.
Not bad. Not bad.
That's a success.
He wasn't coming for you this
maybe.
time. He is going to attack Anthony. You don't have enough time to you notice like two wet footprints, and that gives you enough information to sort of like to realize that he's looping around. He kind of like almost skipped you, probably trying to break the pattern, right? Become unpredictable with his attacks, and he's gonna go for Anthony. You don't have much time to warn him. This is a 4, it's not that great. So what do you want to do? Try and warn Anthony to give him like a bit more of an advantage.
Yeah, sure. That would be what? Speed?
Well, we'll see about that. But what do you want to do first? Like, what does Paul do to try and warn Anthony?
How close is he to me?
Not that close. You could realistically get to him. Depends on how forceful. Depends on how forceful your action is. If you just sprint at him and shove him out of the way, maybe you could make it in time. I mean, yeah, maybe. But if you just like jog there, I guess, or you're not trying to like straight up hit him, then you probably
what if I take out a grenade, right? No, stay with me.
Okay.
and I don't pull the pin, but I throw it at him, so I hit him, so he becomes aware.
Okay, very interesting.
Do
Anthony,
you think
how
that
do
will
you
work,
like that? How
Wesley?
do you like that plan, Wesley? Does that plan sound good?
What?
I'm gonna take out a grenade.
Oh, he's gonna do it. Okay.
No, I heard you the first time.
Hell yeah!
Just a live
If
plan.
anything,
Yeah,
it's
go.
gonna like, if anything, he's gonna startle him into action, whatever action that would be.
Yeah, let's just
Yeah, go for it.
bomb the entire fucking place. Why didn't I think about that?
Mutual annihilation. That's how it works.
Mastina try not to ruin the vibe. Paul pulling out a live grenade in the middle of the town.
Yeah, you
Scored there.
people think I ruined the vibe, but this guy just pulled out a fucking grenade in the middle of battle.
I mean, he
Let
hasn't
me
pulled the
see.
pin, I guess. So yeah.
But I guess that's fair, right? If you can't see the enemy, just use an attack with the widest range possible.
Just AoE.
You know? Yeah, just use an extremely wide AoE.
No, I'm not
God.
gonna pull the pin. What I'm trying to do is just hit Anthony so that he gets startled or something and just becomes more active, you know?
Gonna be
Okay,
real,
I-
you just saying Anthony will probably be faster.
Yeah. True. If I just stealth him, yeah, wouldn't that be faster? If I just scream at him?
Yeah, it would have to be, yes. You would have to be faster.
Okay.
But hey,
Unless
I'm
you
not the one
can
to stop
take
you
out
from
your
pulling
grenade faster
shenanigans,
than the
right?
speed of sound.
Shenanigans is my favorite part of this campaign.
That is so fucking funny. Like, I can't pass up how funny that is. Like, I can't pass it up.
Yeah.
Like, I have to do it now.
So you're in between
I
the
will-
logical in-character solution and the
Yes, yes.
batshit insane do it for the fans solution. Do it for the views.
I'm doing it. I don't care. I'm just throwing a grenade at Anthony that is not. It's not.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not. I didn't pull the pin, so it's not like even if it hits something, it's not gonna explode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. You want to aim at the head? Just so that.
I'm gonna miss if I aim at the head. That's for sure.
You're gonna
roll
you're gonna
for
miss and then hit him.
probably.
What would I roll for this?
Probably precision, in my opinion.
Yeah, but this is stand action, not user action.
What are the stats have?
Speed, strength. Could I argue? I mean, doesn't matter. Speed. I cannot really argue speed.
Stance have
Can I-
precision,
Can I-
buddy. Stance have precision.
Yeah, stands, but I did not summon my stand. I just have a grenade on me.
There's gonna be also a kind of flash. That's gonna be a flashback as well. Like you had a grenade from when you had your stand. Like
Oh, I thought that I established that I always like have some on me, like from my stand.
whatever. I'll just roll my eyes. Like it's whatever. Sure. Let's say you have a grenade on you, or like from now on,
Could I-
Paul always has a live grenade in his
I
pocket.
thought I established that. I really thought I established that.
I don't
He
know.
always
maybe
has
I
a
To be
big armor.
fair,
It's fine,
to
maybe
be
I forgot.
fair, this guy has been pulling out grenades literally every fight this campaign.
Yeah, okay,
So-
okay. I probably forgot. I apologize.
All right, I'm gonna argue speed because like I'm just trying to do it fast.
Okay.
Right?
Sounds good to me too.
Sure. Two. Okay. Cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, just hit Anthony in the face for no reason.
Yeah, no, something much worse is gonna happen. So what's gonna happen is that you're gonna pull it out. Paul pulls the grenade
No,
out
no.
pretty fast. No problem.
Uh-huh.
You throw it. It is still the pin is still in place. No problem.
Okay.
And you do hit Anthony on the head, right? You do manage
Uh-huh.
to startle him, but as that grenade flips in the air, Paul, you see the pin get pulled from the guy. He pulls
Oh
the
fuck, he
pin.
pulled it.
Oh, he grabbed the grenade.
Yeah, the invisible guy. He just pulled the pin as it was midair, and you're horrified.
Oh my god, we're fucked. We're fucked.
Oh, that's kind of smart though. I kind of like that.
Yeah,
I
that's,
like
that's kind of a
move.
base smart thing to do.
That's kind of based. I
Just-
fuck with that.
in midair, right? And you, Paul, you do see like the little pin, kind of like moving away into the darkness as he has it on his hand, and it's the only thing you can see. So it's like this floating pin just going away to the darkness. Anthony, good news. You did get startled, which means you do see the live grenade that's about to go off. Bad news, you have a live
Nice.
grenade within, I don't know,
Just like okay, if he pulled the
That's
pin,
distance.
then toss the
I would- yeah.
grenade at the pin.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I just like throw it at the pin?
I don't. Yeah, well, probably not, because it just takes too long. You already didn't know that you were gonna get attacked again, and then you got hit by a grenade in the head, and now you notice that it's unpinned. Like you don't even know that. You don't even know who pulled the pin. For all you know, Paul pulled the pin, right? It's
Oh
gonna
my
be hard.
God.
It's gonna be really hard for me to justify, like, oh yeah, I know what happened, and I'm gonna just throw the grenade back at the pin. Right? Yeah, I don't know. It was more of a visual for Paul, like, yeah, Paul noticed that.
All right, fair enough. Either way, I'm grabbing it and just throwing it somewhere that we aren't. That is
Cool.
my reaction anyway.
Okay. I don't see anyone else. Maybe Emily. I think Emily is the only one. Oh, sorry. Or Mastino. I think Mastino actually could do something about this, because he just spread
About
some
the
flour
grenade,
around. Like, it's not like
that's
he was
about-
super preoccupied, right?
Yeah, I wasn't really doing anything right now. So
Emily just dodged a slash. I think she might also be able to do something. You can.
okay, if Emily, okay, wait. Do I see Emily dodge the slash, like in that moment?
You did see that when that happened.
Okay, so if she dodged the dash, could I infer the general position of him from that?
I'm gonna have you roll awareness, and whatever you wanna do.
Yeah, he must be near Emily. I'm gonna roll awareness.
3.
Oh, fuck, my streak.
Yeah.
Streak.
Not quite. You can't quite tell where he went. You have some ideas, but
See-
it's just you can't be sure.
Damn
One
it.
of them must be
Damn
the
it.
correct one, but you know,
Well, okay, do I still get to act, or is that it?
you can act to the live grenade. Right?
Okay, so remind me again the exact position of the grenade, so I don't fuck this up.
Let me see. Half
Is
an
it like in-
arm's length from Anthony's head, just slowly
Okay.
flipping through the air. Well, slowly, quote unquote, right? Everything is slow motion now.
Okay, so my first idea is to shoot it, but that would just blow it up, so maybe let's not do that. I have a leaf blower in my hand, but I don't think the leaf blower is strong enough to redirect the grenade. Is it?
You can
Unless
have
we
to
do
too
some
far away.
JoJo
And
shit.
The
Unless we
pressure
do...
of the leaf blower
Yeah.
would be too weak by the time it gets the.
Okay, then I just toss the leaf blower. I just toss the leaf blower at it.
Yeah, sure.
to send it away, I just toss the leaf blower.
Do
That's
you
a
wanna-
precision, I guess. Yeah.
Sure. I think speed will be more effective. The leaf blower.
I mean, I have a 3 in both, so it doesn't really matter.
I think speed will be more effective. I would
Okay,
say,
then
like,
it's a speed then.
I have to give it like low effectiveness. In desperate position, because you are close enough. If the grenade goes off, it's gonna be bad. All of you are within the range of the grenade. It's not great. It's like it's all of you have automatically desperate position here.
How do I just keep making things worse than what they were? Like,
I don't
You
know.
know, the
man.
grenade probably has something to do with it.
Yeah,
like-
pulling out a
yeah,
grenade.
maybe pull a grenade.
Maybe has something to do with it. Yeah.
All right. Do you want to give? Do you want to make it an assist? Like you give Anthony a +1 die on his roll, or?
No, because I
Actually-
get 3 dice. If I act myself, I get 3 dice
I
instead
also
of.
have 3.
Okay, so you
Actually-
would get 4. So you would get 4, is what you're saying?
Yeah,
actually-
if I'm
actually,
doing speed.
Making 2 separate rolls would be strictly more beneficial. I mean, you have 6 die to get a a high number on, which is just better. So I'm
That's
gonna
true.
say that it.
Okay, yeah,
This
that's
has to
what
be
what I
assist.
was thinking.
I
Yeah,
would say that this
I
has to
roll
be assist.
separately, and then he rolls separately.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that's because that's like just strictly more beneficial to you, and this is a very critical situation. I'm gonna say that it has to be an assist to throw the leaf thrower.
Okay, then I'll do
I
it
understand
as an
the
assist,
the idea.
as an assist.
The idea is like there is one roll total that we.
Yeah, it's just that.
Wait,
Mastino-
wait. Can I do an assist and also use my special new spirit eye thing? Where let's explain it to the chat. My new spirit eye thing, instead of the whole increase thing, is that I can donate a spirit eye to someone else, and if they succeed, I get 2 back. That's my new thing.
Yeah.
Can I do both?
That's
Can I do an assist and that at the same time?
Because there's separate roles, I have to allow it. I'll say no. I'll say
It's
because
thinking.
you have the. If you don't assist, what normally happens is that you give the other person 1 extra die on the roll, and you gain some exhaustion. If you donate your spirit die, guess what? You
Okay,
don't
then-
gain exhaustion, and you have the potential of gaining 2 spirit die back.
Okay,
So
then
I'll say only the
instead
spirit.
of the assist, I'm gonna give Anthony a generous donation, a small loan of 1 spirit eye to Anthony.
Yeah, which comes out
A
the form
small
of
of $1
throwing the
million.
leaf thrower, the leaf blower towards the grenade.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Anthony a spirit eye.
So
then.
Anthony, you roll with
Hell yeah.
4 die.
Let's go.
Position desperate effect limited.
Mm-hmm.
You have to roll pretty well. A 5 is pretty good.
Yeah. Get a 5.
Okay, so do I get 2 spirit eye now because
wording
it
is
succeeded?
that if they succeed, so yeah, you do get 2 spirit die back.
Okay. What a great investment.
And this is like it's good. It's not a 6, but it's good.
Yeah.
Where do you want to throw the grenade towards? I know this is kind of like a
If I
silly
could,
question,
I'd try and hit
but
him.
I'm gonna give you
But
a choice between which member of your party you wanna slightly damage. Someone's gonna get like a little bit damaged, so, a bit scraped. A few sharpness are gonna get to them.
It has to be me, right?
It would be so funny if it was Paul, because he
It
keeps
has
getting
to be.
injured. Every fight
throwing
he
it to
keeps getting
Paul
injured.
would be the funny option here.
I mean, I deserve it. Like, I do the fucking thing.
Oh yeah, he pulled out the grenade. Low key, he does deserve that. Just low key.
So, as much as I don't want anyone to get damaged, if someone has to get damaged,
Yeah.
sorry, Paul.
ahead. It has to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, damn.
Mhm.
Alright, how much?
2d6.
I roll 1.
2d6
how many-
exhaustion
2d6,
and
okay.
level 2 harm shrapnels.
6, okay.
That's alright. And level 2 harm.
I like that Mastino is gathering like dice like it's nothing. I'm gathering exhaustion like it's nothing. Like this is
Yeah.
my thing.
you should.
I
have-
gotta get those
yeah.
numbers up.
He's the Mista. He's the Mista of this campaign.
Yeah,
he does
he is.
nothing but get
Yeah.
injured.
How much harm? What was your highest level of harm up until now?
2.
So you already had the level 2 harm.
Yeah.
So you gain 8 exhaustion. Every time you gain exhaustion, you add the highest level of harm you have on top of that. Like if you have level 3 harm, if you were to gain 4 exhaustion, you would gain 7.
So I was at 8 exhaustion with the 6, but now I am at 10, which means I am winded.
Yeah. Great.
That's good.
I
Yeah,
want
Wow,
to
very
just,
much
say,
the poor get poorer situation there, huh?
I want to apologize because the rules, I don't apply them very well. Like even it's my own system, and I even don't fucking follow them a lot of the time. So yeah, I don't know what to say. I'll just
Whatever, it's fine, man. I'm fine.
Yeah. It's not how it's supposed to be. Let's just say that. It's not how I imagined it for
He's
sure.
like all battered and bloody. He's like, it's fine.
I'm fine.
I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
All right. So Anthony, you are. Oh, you know what? Because Mastino helped. You wanna like grab the leaf blower and use it like a bat, like a baseball bat to fucking get the grenade away.
Oh, that would be so
Yeah,
cool.
sure.
Yeah,
That would be
yeah,
so
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, sure.
So you grab the nozzle of the leaf blower and just do like a little spin and just home run the grenade away from you, and just within range of poor old Paul. That's hard to say. Poor old Paul. You can't say that 3 times fast. And yeah. The sharpness like kind of gets you on the side of your arm, Paul. Kind of wins a little bit, right? It stings. But you are all mostly, for the most part, safe. So you got out of that somehow. You start looking around frantically, all of you. You don't see like a good few, like 10 seconds pass. Nothing happens. You don't get any more. You don't get attacked anymore. Obviously, you're keeping your eyes open. Georgia just gets herself up and like how you call it when someone breathes heavily? I guess you just call it that.
Bleeding, yeah. Or like a hemorrhaging, I guess? Maybe?
Let's out a few
All right, guys.
heavy breaths, right? Yeah. It's just
I
like,
don't know if we can keep going on like this. We're just holding him back. Barely. He's gonna break through eventually.
we can fucking see him. Damn it.
If we can get to the next victim, then some of us can go in and see him.
And the rest can hold out.
That's true. Do we just bum rush to the next victim?
Just like start sprinting for the next
Yeah, we
victim.
just go. We just
Yeah.
fucking go. Who cares? We just go. We know where she is.
You pull
Oh, where
Georgia.
they are.
Yeah, you're like, okay, yeah, we gotta go to the next victim. Georgia has her doubts. She's like, maybe we should just like leave. Is this worth it? Silouan hasn't even told us why we're doing this.
I think the implication is that we can't leave this city. I have a feeling that if we try, we're gonna find out we're stuck here. Just a feeling.
Georgia like just takes a few and goes, all right, fine, let's just go. And you start like now with a certain hurry. You just go to the next victim, and you reach the street where the sheriff's office was. On the other side, there is like a small shop of handmade little trinkets, all sorts of things. Not really terribly important. Outside of the shop, you see someone just leaning up against one of the pillars of the porch. And, oh, sorry, you don't see someone leaning up against the pillar. You see a dead body. My bad. My
I
bad,
guess
y'all.
you see the outline
Yeah, you
of
see
someone
the
leaning
outline.
against the
Yeah.
porch.
You
Okay,
get the
that-
vibe. You get the vibe that someone was leaning up against the porch there at some point.
Yeah, at some point in time, someone was leaning against that porch.
But what you see now is a dead body. So a headless one of that. Looks like a commoner. Actually, maybe even more so than the rest of them. Just kind of raggy clothes. Desperately trying to look presentable. All these patches on them. whoever was that victim definitely didn't have it very well in life. So you're here now. Who wants to do this?
I'll go touch the victim.
The only person that hasn't been to the other side right now, I think, is Anthony.
I mean,
Correct.
technically, we can all go. We've established that we can make like a
No,
conga line,
no.
just touching one another. We could
No,
all
I don't think
go.
that's a good idea because then he just goes back to the normal place.
That's true. That's true. I'm
think
stupid.
yeah, and then we're back
Thank
where we
God
started.
you're the intelligent one here. Fuck. If it was up to me, we'd be fucking cooked.
All right.
Okay, so
yeah.
I've had my share. I'm gonna stay in the real world.
Yeah. Anthony will go
Well-
up and let. If one other person wants to come in, I'll let him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck
we
it,
should
everyone's
probably
going.
split. We should probably split up evenly. We should
How
probably
about I
do
take?
like an...
How about I take Georgia in?
Oh, you want to get
Georgia,
I think Emily could go.
'Cause
If Emily wants to go, I mean, yeah, right?
Or Emily, either or.
yeah, I mean, I did say I'm good with going.
Georgia's a little bit spooked. She doesn't really. She goes, you guys can handle it.
Fair enough.
A little bit scared of ghosts. She's just gonna stay
I
outside.
see.
I'd rather the dead body, honestly. Whatever. You guys can deal with it.
Got it.
You and Anthony and Emily make their way to the wet plain, and that also sounds bad. The other side, and
The moist plane.
the moist plain.
I made it worse. Hell yeah.
Made it worse. And we'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah.
And you see relatively old guy. He looks about like late 30s, early 40s, with the same ragged clothing, trying to look presentable as much as possible, just flipping a coin over and over again, seemingly deep in thought. I will also say this time, because you know that you're poking people, you like are a bit more gentle with it. He doesn't notice you like poking his shoulder.
Yeah. Hey, he's flipping a coin? That's the thing that I do. I do that.
Hey, bro, I do that.
Snatches the coin away.
That's gonna make it easier to convince him.
Yeah, exactly. Anthony just takes out one of his own coins and starts also like flipping it between his fingers.
You want to do like some tricks to impress him?
Yeah, sure. I'll do
Alright,
that.
go for it.
Yeah, let's go. Hold on. What do I do for that? Or can I just do it?
I don't know. Do you think Anthony would, he'd be very good with coin tricks?
I did introduce him doing coin tricks when he was walking
yeah.
into it. So
Could be at least decent, yeah. At least.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna waste any time on this. I say you just pull out the coin and you just do a few like really sick tricks. You pass it between your fingers. You pass it between. Do this like slingshot thing where you go from one hand to the other. I don't know if anyone has
hell
seen
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I
but yeah,
have.
there's some impressive tricks, and the man just stops, looking at his coin and like just grabs it midair and like slowly turns and like looks at your moves. And he's legitimate, like he seems pretty impressed, and he just goes, "Damn, you're pretty good at that."
Yeah, I've been doing it for a while.
All right. You're looking to buy some trinkets or something? I don't know the shop, but just, I assume that's why you're here.
Yeah, maybe. I'm just hanging around. I kind of like sort of lean on the building by him and then am also kind of scanning the horizon to make sure Mr. Blindfold Man isn't approaching us.
Yeah. Fair. And what did you say? Sorry, I didn't get the first part.
I'm just kind of hanging out right now. What are you doing? What are you doing here?
Thinking. Yeah.
Penny for your thoughts?
Right. Yeah, I guess what I have to lose, I guess. My brother's ill. Joel. Good old Joel.
Joel, Georgia backstory?
You see, his wife has invited me to see him. She seemed pretty serious on the letter. Seems like he might even die soon. Sorry, that was a bit dark. Sorry.
No, I get it.
He kind of rocks back and forth a little bit against the pillar in kind of nervousness. And then he goes, I don't see eye to eye with Joe on almost anything. You see, our father, he wasn't very well off. He was also very poor, and he died suddenly when we were young. He left us this just tiny scrap of land out west, and I just, well, let's just say both me and Joel had a family and kids at that point. We could use that land, and none of us were well off, as you can probably guess.
Yeah.
I'm not very proud of what happened next, but well, we fought over that land really hard.
Yeah.
Just decades of bitterness and fighting, and I didn't think much of it at the time. I mean, I needed that land. She needed it too, and it was already so small. It's not like we could split it in half. It wouldn't make a difference. Might as well be another dead weight.
Yeah, if you split it in half, it'd be kind of just putting off the inevitable.
Right, yeah. And what would our kids do? Split it even more in half? Split it half in half? No, it's terrible.
Yeah.
One of us had to get that land whole. I never thought about it much. I always just so dedicated to getting that land back. You know? A man gets blinded so easily when responsibilities come knocking, especially when you have a family and kids.
Boy, do I get that.
Well, I don't know. I haven't talked to him in literal years. And the last time we talked was, well, fighting over the land. I basically don't know the guy. And at the end of the day, I didn't get a letter from him to visit. I got it from his wife. I don't think he would have ever wanted me to visit him. I think he's more worried about who's gonna get the land once he's gone. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried about the same thing.
Well, I mean, you could think of it like he's not the one that sent you the letter, but you could also think of it as he's too worried about what you'll say if he says it. So he just decided not to, and his wife saw that, so sent it for him.
That's wishful thinking, no? I don't know.
Yeah, probably is.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if that was the case, but based on our history, I don't think so. I just don't think so.
Yeah, but you two are brothers and everything. So it's entirely possible that he's thinking the same thing.
I guess.
Look, my dad, he was also in the hospital, you know? He's not around anymore.
He kind of looks at you as serious. Kind of nods in understanding.
Yeah.
Doesn't say anything.
If you don't go, and you end up regretting it, or no, sorry. Phrased that wrong. Backwards. Rewind time. Okay. If you do go, and you end up regretting it, you have a fight, anything like that, then, well, your last memory of him is a fight anyway. It won't change anything. But if you don't go, and then you regret that, you can't go back.
Then again, if I don't go, I can prepare the paperwork to get the land. Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
you
think
could.
about it. Look, if I get the land on paper, because right now it belongs to no one, none of us, we're fighting over it. If I get it on paper, no shot the government's gonna give it back or fight over it again. That's a done deal, right?
Yeah.
You know, it would be too much hassle for them. First, a small scrap of land. But if
Yeah.
I'm there, then I don't know. Maybe his family can fight over it or keep fighting for it. Just imagine, right? It's like
Yeah.
snatching it from under them.
Yeah,
It would be
you
so
could.
easy, right?
Yep. Anthony's specific, like he has a look on his face like he's going to say something of like kind of a knowledgeable expression and everything, and like, yeah, you could. You definitely
Emily's
could.
definitely way less like composed about all of this. Like, look, dude. See it like this. And she will like lean down and grab like a handful of like of earth and be like, "This is dirt. It's everywhere around us. This."
You cut off? Sorry.
Okay. She's like, she's gonna like lean down and grab a bunch of earth and be like, "This is dirt. It's everywhere around us. You're fighting over dirt right now. You only have one brother. You will only ever have one brother. You can find more dirt."
She's kind of taken aback by your boldness, your straightforward approach, and goes.
Anthony
"Well,
kind of smiles a bit and goes, "Well, I was gonna wait to say it, but yeah."
Shit, I guess. I don't know about you, but I don't particularly appreciate my brother that much. It's been a hell of a lot of time. Couldn't even tell you the last time we talked on good terms.
Here, you want me to put it another selfish way?
Okay.
You know, if you're really intent on having a bit of self-interest in it, which I get. Sure, even if he doesn't appreciate it that much, which I think he would. You know, his family will. I mean, his wife's gonna be the one around. She's gonna be alone. She's definitely gonna be alone. Anthony kind of, as he says that, kind of thinks, oh man, this guy is dead, so she definitely ended up alone no matter what.
Well, unless his brother didn't end up dying, you know, there is also that like possibility.
That's true. Anyway, point is, he kind of shakes his head to get that thought out of his head while he's talking to the man. The people who stick around, they'll appreciate that you came. And then maybe you just won't have to fight over it anymore.
I can't argue against that.
Well,
it is sad.
You could, you just know you'd be wrong.
You got me. You got me. You definitely got me. And yeah, little lady, I do only have one brother. I don't want to continue this bitterness. No. I do want to end it. I don't know how.
Well, you gotta go see him. And to do that, you have to take a few steps forward.
A few seconds pass, and he kind of like spins the coin around in his hand, kind of stares at it, and throws it away. He says, no more 50-50s, I guess. I'll just do what I want. And he steps off the pillar, and Anthony, he puts his hand on your shoulder. How you call it? Lovingly, like a thank you, right? Like just reassuringly. And he looks at you and he nods. And he goes, before he walks off, he goes, you can get that going, grab a beer maybe, I don't know. And just walks off and disappears. Oh, yeah.
I'll do a few tricks for you.
That would be nice. You're pretty damn good at it.
Thanks.
And he walks off and disappears. And both of you come to the real world. The other plane. And again, the rest of you just see Emily and Anthony come to the real, come into view, I guess, become visible again. And George immediately asks, "How'd it go?"
Yeah, actually,
pretty good.
Sad, but good.
All right. Well, you know, we can handle sad. We can't handle failure. And she kind of turns around and starts immediately walking to the next victim. Or I guess it just goes to Mastino to check his case file.
Yeah, I was gonna do that anyway, so we're immediately walking to the next victim.
Yeah, she kind of like beckons all of you, like, come on, let's go, come on. We don't have time to waste. Mastino, the next victim is in the bar. And the name is... I'll tell you this. This is the last victim chronologically. There is a significant change in the way that the case files are written. Just words, writing, less details. Just overall, like as if an amateur wrote it.
This is the sheriff's body we're going to.
Yeah, the sheriff's body. He wasn't here to write the report properly.
All the previous ones were like very nicely written, detailed, meticulous.
Yeah, this guy is a fucking dumbass. Whoever wrote this.
This guy is fucking
fuck
dumbass.
that guy.
Yeah. You go back.
Oh shit! Here we go.
At the bar, and You turn the corner, and at the ports, you see the blindfolded man again.
Yeah.
This time, in the exact same position as he was when you first met him. He, as you turn the corner and you look, he already had his pocket watch out, and he's looking at it. He's kind of rubbing it with his other hand, and he just goes, like he's just relieved with what he's seen, and he just slowly puts the pocket watch with almost like a shaky hand back into his pocket, and just puts his hands on his head, and seems to be in deep thought. And I guess the only difference is that he doesn't have a coat, like the one you fought did.
Oh god, what if it's like a split personality thing?
I was thinking it might be that too.
When he has the coat, that's Mr. Hyde you're talking to.
Yeah. Or okay, wild idea. What if metaphorically the murderer is himself a victim of himself because he has quote unquote killed his past self?
That's very JoJo. That's
very JoJo.
Yeah, that's very Who Shot Johnny Joestar.
Yeah, especially because he is dead. Because of just the time period that we have been proven to be in, he is dead.
I mean, unless this is a purgatory thing, again, unless this is a purgatory thing, and he's just been stuck here.
In any case, you just see the guy who just attacked you sitting on the porch.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna try talking to him nicely. I'm gonna, keep a safe distance. Keep a safe distance. I'm gonna be like...
That's very good for you, Mastino. That's very
holding
smart.
Up?
That's
Unfortunately.
Good. Unfortunately, Georgia doesn't seem to have the same patience, and she's
why is Georgia so fucking irritable lately? Oh my god.
Her grandpa is in danger, so yeah.
Well, okay, now we're in danger as well.
And she's gonna just rush forward with an egg beater and try to hit him.
No, I'm gonna stop her. I'm gonna grab Georgia's shoulder. I'm gonna try to stop her.
I will say, okay, yeah. You know what? You catch her coat, but she wiggles out of it and goes to attack him again.
Oh my fucking god!
It's like
Georgia has no patience for murderers.
Anthony, can you get it? Can you get this bitch, Anthony?
Kind of shoots a confused
Girl
but
has no
angry
team.
look at you, Mastino, as he's doing so, before like turning her head back forward, going for the guy who just attacked you.
Anthony!
I'm gonna try and put a hand on her shoulder and everything and be like, Georgia.
I phrased it the way I did because that already happened. You're behind, right? Mastino was the one who was forward because he was trying to talk to him. It's like Georgia just blitzed past you, right? Almost.
Yeah.
So, I'm basically setting up a thing here. Georgia is.
This is unskippable cutscene.
Unskippable cutscene.
Got it.
Georgia's gonna go to attack him with the egg beater, and just before she lands the blow, you do see him, the blindfolded man, look towards Georgia, be surprised, and cannot try to move away. He's not fast enough to get away, but he is trying to get away. And Georgia just, you know that fable, not fable, sorry, that thought experiment where, what was it? Achilles running a race and he's always covering half and half of the distance.
The paradox.
Yeah.
Achilles can never outrun a turtle because he's always covering half the distance. Yeah.
There was a stand in JoJo about this. The green baby stand was literally this.
Yeah, green grass of home. Except that one involved shrinking.
Yeah, that one achieved the paradox through shrinking the person that was approaching. Yeah.
In this case, there is no shrinking going on. It's Georgia just slows
Yeah.
down, and not just hair. Basically, it's almost like every single aspect of hair. Her clothes, you know, how do you call it? Fly, wrinkle up, get flown in the air. Your clothes get slower. The physics of your clothes gets slower. I guess, yeah, from your perspective, it's almost like she just went from full motion to just slowly and just cannot reach this guy. She appears stopped in place. And
God, she's going analog!
and the blindfolded man, he just that gives him enough time to like use his hands and very maniacally crawl backwards towards the wall of the ports and just stay away from here as far as possible. He's putting his hands forward like, what are you all doing here? And it's this situation. It's like this confused situation. You don't know what happened to Georgia, and the blindfolded man looks very scared.
Oh, time. It's a pocket watch. Okay, got it.
What do you want to do?
So, like, are we beating the shit out of him? And if we are, how?
Yeah, I don't think you could get close to him anyway. Also, Anthony kind of looks at him like half cowering and going, I don't think we have to worry about that right now.
What do you say, Emily?
Yeah, they're talking to each other. Like, you know, it's just, what do we do about this guy? It's like, I don't think we have to worry right now. And everyone's like, yeah.
Okay. The victim is inside the bar. You can just go there if you want.
Yeah.
You can check on Georgia, I guess. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I was gonna say. We should probably try and
Let's,
save Georgia.
Inspect Georgia.
As you go to Georgia again, she just seems frozen in time, and you move around and look at her. Her expression is the same as it was when she was attacking him. Angry, determined, ready to strike. And it has not changed since then. She really just appears frozen in time, or, you know, nearly frozen. She does move with like a tiny little bit,
Can
but it's not
you
very
pull
perceivable.
her back? I'm gonna try to like grab her by like the waist and pull her back.
You know,
You can do so. She weighs the same. She's kind of like almost a statue. You can just pick her up and move her around.
Oh dear.
But
And
Okay,
like,
so
I'm noticing that this is not happening to me, despite the fact I'm like equally close to this guy.
Yeah, so it's not
It's
an area
not
of
happening
effect
to
thing.
me.
You,
Yeah,
so how do
maybe
you
it's like a
move here?
wonder of you. Maybe it's like
Yeah,
a
I
wonder of you, where you
Yeah,
need to have like a malicious intent for it to work. Maybe.
Yeah.
How do
That
you
or
move
he's
here?
just specifically
Oh,
targeting
yeah,
her.
sorry.
No, I stand behind her, I grab her waist, and I just pull her back.
Okay, you just like drag it across the ground a little bit. Nothing happens. And as you said, yeah, it doesn't happen to you, right? And none of your other players, none of the other players experience this.
Yeah, again, I'm gonna try to step toward him, again, like without any hostile intent. I was
Okay,
trying to
okay.
talk nicely to this guy.
Yeah, I didn't quite get that, my bad. You step towards him, and he kind of like he was staring at Georgia, kind of like with one hand in front of him, like you know, he looks pretty scared again. And as you walk towards him, he just kind of like notices you at almost the last second, like as you get like closer than he thought you were. He was like focusing on something else, and he just goes, "Just go away. Just go away." He definitely notices that you don't have hostile intention, so he's not as scared. You cannot notice that, but he's still very much spooked.
Okay, why are you so afraid?
I don't know you. What do you mean? She just tried to attack me.
Okay, she's on her period or something. Don't mind her.
What the Okay. Okay.
Sorry, I had to. You just served me that on a fucking silver plate. I had to.
That is
feel like-
insane.
Both Georgia and Emily are like looking at you right now, like, what the fuck?
Wait, can Georgia look at
Georgia
me?
cannot,
I thought
it's
she
just
was like a
Emily.
statue. Can
True.
she even look at me?
You know, with Georgia being statued, I literally imagine that fucking Megamind thing where, like, when he's frozen, like, that expression.
True.
Yeah.
So, are you just scared of strangers in general?
No, I'm scared of strangers that will try to attack me with an egg beater. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
I will
seems
admit
pretty-
she's pretty scary. Yeah, I will agree with you on that one. Yeah.
Well, you guys seem fine. What are you doing here?
You know, we're just looking around the town.
Right.
Wait, you know what an egg beater is?
They had like a
Yeah, they
metal
had-
ones that you can crank.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they had egg beaters back then. Mastino is gonna be like, you're checking your pocket watch pretty often. Why is that? Is something gonna happen soon?
He cannot. His expression darkens a little bit, and he just goes, "That's none of your concern."
All right, that's fair. Sorry for asking.
Right. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to do something. And he stands up and goes back to his familiar spot on the porch, sits down, and goes back to thinking.
Okay, I'm gonna walk in the bar then. I'm gonna
Right,
leave
yeah.
this guy to his thinking.
So you four, you walk in the bar. It looks deserted, run down, just as bad as everything else here. But it does look. It does have. But basically stuff that you would do. It's not like it was abandoned for like years. It doesn't look like that. It looks as if it was recently used, but was just rather poor and badly maintained, and all that kind of stuff that you saw with the other buildings as well. Like they're frozen in time, but the people are missing, right? In any case, right on the countertop, you see a figure. Well, not any figure. You see the headless man with the cowboy hat. Well, I mean, you just see his body, I guess. Sitting on one of the tall chairs, face down on the countertop. One hand just hanging to his side, the other hand grasping a drink. A half-empty glass.
Oof.
And that's the scene. It's real. Like it's a headless body like the rest. I guess face down doesn't make sense as a description, but that is what you're looking at. and the hat.
We can tell because the body is
Just slumped over.
front down.
Yeah, it's slumped over. There you go. And the cowboy hat is a bit far away. Looks a little bit like it was thrown away. It's like on the left side of the bar, just on one of the tables. Again, it's
Who's
not
going in?
raining in here, so you can't exactly tell if there is an outline or no.
True.
So, what do you wanna do? How do you wanna approach
Do we just do what Paul did, like with the blind stick? We just look around.
I'm gonna-
Yes.
I'm gonna try and hard read where he would be by, I'm gonna say, bar stool at the very other end of the bar.
All right, you go there. How many of you wanna go in?
I'll go in because and who else?
I guess I'll be coming as well. I guess.
Oh boy,
Yeah, I
Mastino and
just went.
Anthony time.
What a dream duo! What a
Yep, the
power
dream
couple!
team.
What a power couple! We're gonna solve this in no time.
we got good cop and bad cop.
Nice. All right, you two just start. Anthony and Mastino just start poking around with their magic stick.
I'm
trying
gonna
to
make
get-
a literal, like a blind stick, like a literal stick that blind people use.
Hey, we should give it to the blindfold guy. Which, by the way, are we ever gonna acknowledge the fact that he is reacting to us as if he doesn't have a blindfold on?
Oh, I mean, that's just the JoJo stuff, you know?
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
That's
this
just
one,
like an aesthetic thing, the blindfold.
Yeah.
All right, and Mastino and Anthony are gonna start poking around. It looks a bit silly for a little bit, obviously. You know, just poking around with a good old stick.
Yeah.
But eventually, you do manage to hit something, and again, you hear just you hear like a "Who goes there?" And as that happens, you go into the other world, and you see in front of you basically exactly the same. The sheriff. You see the sheriff.
Yeah.
He has a big old star, cowboy hat, nice clean coat. He looks intimidating, honestly, and just very focused. Honestly, he looks as if he was doing something specific. And
What are you up to, Sheriff?
Oh, are you just gonna show up and ask me what I was doing?
Yeah?
You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
Yeah, we're just curious.
He kind of looks at you with a certain suspicion, and a bit of just an uncomfortableness. Let's call it that. And he goes, "Well, if you must know, I'm trying to catch the killer. I'm pretty
Yeah.
close. Just don't you worry, right? I got this."
well, you're completely close to him.
And he goes, "Don't worry, I got this." Tries to reassure you. Puts his hand on the counter. He's on the other side of the counter, by the way. Puts his hand on the counter. You can rely on me, okay? I can figure it out.
Yeah, I wasn't doubting that. Why do you think you're so close? Has there been any progress?
Well, the victims,
Yeah?
they all
What
were
about them?
attacked right before they were murdered, of course. and they all said something. No, did they? Fuck. He honestly looks so confused that it's almost pitiful. He just goes, I could have sworn I talked to them. But how? And then he regains his focus. Oh, their bodies. They were all made with these nasty cuts. Not as if the murderer was in a hurry, but more like they just didn't care. And all of them, and I mean every single one of them had a dilemma. Now isn't that something? All of them had this big decision in front of them that they just seemed impossible. I had to go around ask a lot of people to get this information. I'm worried. I think I know who the next victim is, and I don't know how to
deal with it.
No, it's not that. I need to go and warn them, but I could be wrong, for one, and secondly, I don't know where they are right now. How about this? I will describe you the what I think is the next victim, and if you see him anywhere, please.
Yeah, sure.
Swear to
Yeah,
God.
we'll tell them. Yeah.
Swear to
we'll tell
God.
them. 100% that it's gonna be the fucking the guy. Sheriff, yeah, surely we're gonna tell him our duty as citizens. You know, it's to warn him.
He says it's a normal height male, dark complexion, has a white shirt, and curiously a blindfold that he doesn't seem to need. If you see him anywhere, please warn him. He has a dilemma of his own.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
What would that be? I mean, maybe we can help him. Wouldn't resolving the dilemma not make him a possible victim anymore?
Yes, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Okay, so what's the dilemma? Maybe we can try to help if we find him.
Wife is very sick, and the doctor presented him with a horrible choice. She can either undergo a very dangerous operation that has a high chance of killing her, or I guess they can do nothing and hope that she recovers naturally, which also has a high chance of killing her. He was a watchmaker. He gave up that life now, probably because doesn't know how to deal with this whole situation and his wife's illness. It makes sense. I understand that. But please, if you do see him, just warn him, please.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We will do that, more certainly, yes.
I'm very lucky you're here. Not many other townsfolk want to talk to me anymore.
How come?
I've failed them. One too many times. I couldn't catch him 5 times in a row.
Well, do you have any clues at the very least? Any idea?
5 times in a row.
Not the faintest. No.
Anthony kind of thinks for a moment.
Wait, how many victims did we have up until now?
Yeah, this is the 5th. He shouldn't know about him. That means that there's one we don't know about.
Yeah, there's one we don't know about. Unless Raxi made a mistake. Oh, okay, Raxi made a mistake.
No, that was
stutter?
Lucas. That was not Raxi.
Okay.
Okay, then. Okay, there is. Okay, that was not a misspeak.
I thought there was a
There
fucking
is,
plot twist.
Wait. Okay, Mastino's gonna pause him. Wait. 5? I was aware of 4. You know, the woman with the daughter. That guy that was about to go to war. The noble girl. And what was the other guy, Anthony?
Ben.
Yeah, he-
With Joel.
yeah.
Yeah.
He had to go
Who's the 5th guy?
She stares off into the distance with the same creepy confusion that he had before when talking about talking to the
Oh,
ghosts. And
this is so sad. He knows.
he says, I think it's me.
Anthony
So
kind
you-
of looks at Mastino and goes, "I think we can just come clean with this guy."
Yeah, so you know. I'm gonna look at him and be like, you know.
I know what?
Well, that the killer got to you.
Yeah.
No, not yet. No. I can catch him on. If I just
Sheriff.
protect the blindfolded man, I'll get him.
Sheriff, and I kind of like put a hand on the bar and everything and go, "You're facing your own dilemma. You're just too close to see it, but everyone else can, including him."
And as soon as he seems like he starts to like shake, you see he almost starts crying, and as he gets his emotions swell up, and he just stutters and just goes, the doors of the bar kick open, and behind you is who else but the murderer.
But him.
And the blindfolded man, sorry, with a coat this time. And you see him for a brief second. He kind of like, how you call it? Is that the correct way? Cocks his head a little bit, like, seems like a wrong way to say
Yeah.
it.
Cocks his head, like tilts his head.
Yeah,
Tilts,
tilts his head. There you
tilts.
go. Sorry. He tilts his head for just a moment before pressing the button on his watch, and he's gone. This time,
Oh fuck.
you truly can't see him because there is no rain.
Yeah.
So it will be even harder.
Well, I
So,
just think we bomb the entire place. That's what I think.
So everyone out there, huh? You guys paying attention, right?
Oh boy. Oh
Yeah,
boy.
can you? Yeah, can the rest of you?
Who
Can
is
the rest of them
inside
see?
again? It's
Yeah?
Mastino and Anthony, right?
Yeah, it was
I
4 of us.
assume someone
So-
else came in. with
Okay, so
us.
it was 4 of us who entered the bar, and then me and Anthony
Yeah,
touched the
it's not
sheriff.
you and Anthony that see him. It's
Yeah.
Paul and Emily.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh.
As soon as he presses the button, though, now Mastino and Anthony you can see him, and Emily and Paul cannot because you're in your separate worlds.
Yeah.
That's
And
true.
you see the sheriff Dusty just staring into the distance into the blindfolded man, and he just goes for a little bit. That's him. You have to warn him. And how do you want to approach this? Well, actually,
I think that's the killer, Chief. I
Yeah.
think that guy is the killer. You have it. We have him.
what?
That guy attacked us before. he had okay, long story. One of my friends has a grenade. He tried to use that grenade on
I
us
think we have to tell him the
blow us
grenade
up.
story.
Yeah. Jag cannot hear any of this, can I?
No.
Long story short, that guy tried to blow us up.
No, he cannot piece the. He cannot put the puzzle pieces together in his head. It's impossible. He truly just doesn't have enough information, and everything points to the blindfolded man being the next victim, not the killer.
Anthony said, like, looks at Mastino and goes, "All right, make sure that he doesn't like come in to deal with us, because I think I know how to get through to him, but it might take some time."
Okay, so you're gonna talk no jutsu the sheriff while I
Yeah.
keep the killer busy, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Mastino, what you see is the killer immediately tries to go for Paul in the from your dimension.
Okay,
from your
while
world.
I see him, while I have the gift of a sight, I'm gonna try to shoot him in the knee. I'm gonna make a gun, just a pistol, real quick, and I'm gonna shoot him in the knee.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for that.
Precision, I assume.
I think that makes sense. You can also do speed, but I think
Well, it's still a
precision is
3,
like
yeah.
standard effectiveness, low risk.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, wow.
Okay.
Well, Paul, that sucks to suck, Paul.
It's me again.
As you
Well, poor Paul is going to get hit again. Whoopsie.
As you
Oopsies.
pull out your gun, you see he also raises his pocket watch, ready to press the button again. But you're a little too slow and sloppy. He just dodges it straight up, deciding that he doesn't have to press his watch yet. And he will just run up to Paul and just punch you in the gut, before running away. Before running away again, he will immediately go for Emily.
The shit!
Yeah, Emily, you notice.
This is
Paul
like,
getting
wait,
attacked.
this is like that scene in SpongeBob where Patrick just gets beaten up by like an invisible entity over and over. Do you know the scene?
Yeah.
Do you know the scene I'm referring to? Yeah.
Paul, go ahead and get 1d6 exhaustion
Yep.
plus 2. Alright,
Okay,
3.
good.
Pretty good.
Only 3.
I think. Yeah. Okay, Mastino, you can try to save Emily as well. Yeah, makes sense to me.
God damn it, I'm gonna fire again.
There is a slight problem. Your gun is fused with stun energy, which means that if you shoot at where Emily is, there's a chance like you could hit her accidentally. So,
On the one
you
hand,
either
that's
have
a
to be
sacrifice I'm willing to make.
What the fuck?
On one hand. Because right now, the objective is that he doesn't get to the sheriff. That's all I give a shit about right now. I'll keep it in mind, but you see, I'm just not gonna fail. I'm just gonna roll good, and that's not gonna happen. You know?
Okay. Go
Simple as. Simple
Get
as.
better, Richard.
There you go.
Hey.
There you
Alright,
go.
that's 6.
That's what I said. I'm just
Alright.
gonna roll good.
Just good, precise shot, right in between Paul and Emily. So, what happens is that you go to pull your gun up, and you're feeling confident. You really do. You got this. You know, you can feel it. but instead, your movements start to slow down as
God
you
damn it.
get the gun out and try to point it up. And
This is heartbeat all over again.
as you wow, I didn't even think of that. But as you try, like, yeah, as you like start to panic, like, whoa, what is going on here? Georgia steps inside the bar again, and she just attacks like really quickly, just kicks the door open and goes to push and tries to push Emily out of the way. Just instinctively, no, without even knowing what's going on. She'll just try to push Emily out of the way as she sees a Paul, crumbled touching his stomach with pain. So,
Been a bit generally.
it's one of those where I'm gonna have to roll for Georgia. It's probably gonna be speed. And his speed is decent. So let me just...
Can I donate a spirit die? Can I make a generous donation to Georgia?
So long as it makes sense, right? And because that's the
Well,
requirement,
Okay, we can
Yeah.
say that the gunshot startles the guy, and she has more time to shove Emily away, maybe.
So you don't. So as you're raising the gun, it's kind of like stuck midway. Your hand, I mean.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot anyway,
shoot
just like to
anyway, yeah.
startle him.
All right, you shoot at the ground, and a bunch of wood splinters like shoot up, right? And that's gonna give Georgia one more die. Well, yeah, that's great die, I guess.
One small though.
Let's
Okay,
go.
I get 2 back then.
Oh my god.
That's also on my
That's also
donated
pretty
die that she got to the 6.
It doesn't make a difference, but yeah, sure, whatever. It does make a difference, but
No, it's just kind of cool.
yeah. So the blindfolded man gets startled by the splinters like shooting up, I guess, and but by the gunshot he can hear it. It's stunned and fused, and Georgia gains enough time to go and push Emily out of the way. And Emily, she pushes you pretty hard, maybe a little too hard. You end up rolling behind the bar, and you're now behind the counter. And the blindfolded man is gonna stab the counter with just a small, almost like butter knife. It's really not very sharp, but he's just gonna stab down. And it doesn't actually, as you look at it, it doesn't look like a knife. It looks more like a piece of glass, really. Like it's makeshift as hell. It's just, he just almost picked up a piece of glass and just started swinging, right? So he's gonna stop the counter, and he's gonna go, and just turn around and immediately try to swing at Georgia. And you know what? I think he's gonna, in his anger and because Georgia doesn't actually know what's going on, he's gonna get here. He slashes here across the, like right below the neck, like a long cut. And Georgia like stumbles back and falls on some chairs. At this point, he's going to just go and try to finish the job with Georgia. He's gonna just try to stab her in the neck. Before we resolve that, Anthony, what have you been doing with the sheriff?
Yeah, so I kind of say to him, you're so certain that he's the next victim. Is there a reason why you're certain he's not the killer? Does he have an alibi? Is there a specific reason?
He doesn't need an alibi. He's a simple watchmaker. Elias is a simple watchmaker who just, whose wife got ill. It's really hard for me, with no evidence, to pin all of this against him.
Oh, definitely. But
you guys
is there a
probably have
reason
met
that
him
you...
before. He's very respected in town. He's our only watchmaker.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you think about it, the killer has to be someone. You can't rule everyone out just because you know them.
I guess
Then
you're
you'll
right.
just be running in circles.
I guess you're right. That makes sense. But can I point? Can I put it on someone when I don't know if it's them? Anyone
No,
could fall.
and you
Even
shouldn't.
you could be a prime suspect with that logic.
Yeah, I could.
And there we are.
Technically, so could you.
Yeah, right. Right on. Where does this get us?
Well, here. When did the killings start in relation to his wife getting sick?
Pretty close. His wife got sick almost a week later.
Hmm.
Yeah, almost a week later.
Did she get sick a week later, or did you guys find out she was sick a week later?
I knew because I knew him personally. We weren't close friends or anything, but we happened to know each other. Yeah, his wife, she was a good woman.
Well, Sheriff, as hard as it is, I can't really lie to you. And he kind of like, kind of leans on the bar again. You can't solve the case anymore.
Why? I just need to do this, and then the people will see what I'm trying to do for this community, and they will respect me again. It's important that they respect me. I don't want it. I'm not selfish like that. I don't care what the people think of me. But if they don't trust me, they will not allow me to work for their interest. They will not allow me to save them.
Yeah. You want them to feel safe, and if they can't trust you, they don't feel safe.
Yes, exactly right.
Yeah. I know that you want to solve it more than anything. And I think that he knew that too.
Elias?
Yeah. Yeah.
If only I had a bit more time. Just a little bit more time. I'm so close.
If only. But, Sheriff, I think your time's up. But
And he sorry, go ahead.
oh, I'll let him react first.
Okay. He again looks into the distance kind of creepily and goes, I talked to his wife a little bit after she,
Yeah. Yeah.
after she died and all. She really just not trust Elias ever. She had always this suspicion. That's what she told me. She just kept it hidden. I thought that was ridiculous. They looked like a happy couple from the outside. Just a regular old couple trying to make it in this shitty old town. But apparently
They
it
always
wasn't
do.
that simple. You see, when she got sick, or rather, Elias talked to her, and she said that just a few days before she succumbed to the illness, Elias visited her and he was dark, just overcome with this anxiety and confusion, this constant fear of choosing wrong, and he starts to struggle. His breath becomes like cut, like a.
Yeah. I'm gonna put a hand on his shoulder.
She said that he killed her. And looks straight in your eyes, and just this. Sounds like something clicks in his head, and he goes. She said that he told her the pain was too much, that having to choose was worse than if she just left. So he killed her.
Fucking
Elias.
bastard.
Sorry, what?
Anthony kind of goes, heartless fucking bastard.
Yeah. And the sheriff just like looks just absolutely taken aback, just a very intense state of mind. Just Elias, no. Why would you do this? And he looks honestly defeated. He doesn't look quite ready to pass on yet. But you got him to a point where he's probably ready to accept what happened. Now, in the meantime, George is about to get attacked by Elias.
Yeah, cut in between. Hell yeah.
I like that we're out here fighting for our life, and there's just Anthony and Dusty just having a calm conversation in the background.
Yeah.
To be fair, Dusty's a lot of it. Dead.
There's
not
like
dead.
a gunshots going on and shit.
Yeah.
And before we cut to Georgia, he says one last thing. Anthony, he says,
Okay.
She's the fifth victim.
Yeah. As soon as like he killed her, I was like, oh fuck, that's why he knew.
Right. And we go back to Georgia. I think I will allow Emily to also do something about this because Mastino is kind of an MVP in a lot of this.
Yeah, the things that, Emily doesn't have much that can help here,
As we established before, sound can travel through, especially stunned and infused sound, right?
Yeah, you can stun him, even if you can see him. You can like stun him, even if you can't see the guy.
Oh yeah, no.
I guess the things that,
Mastino can't
if
do
I-
anything because he's frozen, so it's only Emily.
Yeah, if I stun the guy, I'm probably gonna stun.
I forgot I'm frozen.
I'm probably gonna stun everyone because I can't aim it. It is just going to be a big ass AOE.
Damn. Okay.
Since I can't. Which, you know what? Fuck it, I'll do that. I'll just buy fucking time for Anthony.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do at the end of the day. We just need the sheriff to pass on. That is our win condition right now. Not killing the guy necessarily.
She kind of looks around at the guy just going in and out slinging. Is like, you know what? Fuck it. SOS, big sound reverb.
All right, go for it. Yeah. let's see. Woo! You get a spirit die.
Oh.
Literally, just roll good. It's
It's
that
simple,
easy.
Paul. And because it's a 6, I'll say you don't hurt your friends as much. Maybe you got you just pointed it towards where it needed to be, no issue. And you can see what happens, but Mastino can, and you see. Oh, sorry, no. No one sees what happened because I will not explain why, but Mastino can't see that right now. Even though his eyes are pointing in the correct direction. I guess no one. Who else was in the Anthony? Fine, I'll give it to Anthony. I'll say Anthony sees it.
Yep.
Elias gets hit by a big sound blast, which just immediately he goes and puts his hands over his ears and drops the sharp knife.
Nice.
And he just kind of goes, stop that! And he kind of stumbles around the room a little bit, which gives Georgia enough time to stand up and well, she can't see him, so she can't attack him yet, but she repositions and tries to cover her surroundings, tries to protect herself. So now she's definitely in a better position. That said, you still see before you probably turn to Dusty. I guess I don't know what you're gonna do, but you do see Elias pick up the glass again, right? So he's still, you saved Georgia for sure. Emily, but he's not out of the fight yet. So, Paul, you're now in. You can act again.
I'm kind of confused, honestly. Just kind of looking around, what the fuck's going on?
Honestly, I think you understand the mechanics of what's happening enough by this point that it's not that confusing. You understand that the killer is on the other dimension.
Yes.
And that's why you can't see him.
Georgia came in after he freezed Mastino, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that would imply he can only freeze one person at a time.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Paul, do you want to roll awareness or something, trying to get his position?
Yeah, sure. 1.
Paul, do you want to get a donut that die or something? Hey Paul, do you want to get an assist from? I think Georgia is up, so she could help you. So I'd call it an assist. Get one more die.
All right. Okay.
Not bad. Not bad. So you look around, both of you, and she kind of is talking to you nothing here. Now, scanning the room. Paul, you don't see him. You don't actually get his position. But you notice at the corner of the room, something a little bit strange. Yeah. It's just normally you wouldn't notice it at all, but it just glimmers, and that catches your attention. So you just turn your look, as you're scanning, you just turn your head back and you look at it. And let me post what it is, and I'm gonna take a little bit of time to show the people as well. So yeah, and you see this thing at the corner of the room, just sitting there. It's a rock. Let me put.
Holy shit, Rolling Stone. It has the feather. It has. Oh, that's why we're here.
It's not just a boulder. It's a rock.
Let me show the.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
Rock.
Rock.
It's a rock. and yeah, you just notice this thing, and as you look at it, yeah, well, for 100%, you see the feather. It's a feather. It's a feather on a rock. And it's
Well,
just
that's feather on a rock.
do a double take. It's like, okay, what? How, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't seem to react to you that much. What do you want to do?
What's kind of happening? Like, okay, I know that the guy is over yonder to the other fucking dimension, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't see any reason why I shouldn't go there and see what it is, so I'm gonna do that.
All right. You start walking over there, and we'll say this happens as Elias is repositioning. So he hasn't attacked anyone yet. And you walk over to it, and as you again, it's like, well, as still as a rock, and but after a certain threshold, it seems to notice you, and this tiny rock just like starts almost in a like panic, starts moving itself and just very slowly slides. It's like you can fit it in your palm. It's a small rock. It's just like it's just scraping itself across the bottom of the wooden floor, and it doesn't seem to. It's very slow. Let's just say that much. So it's a very futile attempt to get away from you. But it definitely noticed you, and it's gonna try to go away.
Can we see that in the real world, or is it just in the opposite, in the upside down?
It's in the, let's call it real world, yeah. The dry world. It's in
Okay,
the
so
dry
we can
world.
see it.
Yeah. The thing
Well-
is that, wait, listen, the thing is that you haven't noticed it, only Paul has. I guess you could have seen Paul. Yeah, I think
Okay.
Emily has seen Paul move, and she instinctively looked at where Paul is going, so I'd say you see it as well.
Hey, Paul! We are currently under attack. Someone's trying to kill us. What are you looking at?
A rock?
Why the fuck would you care about a rock right now?
Okay, maybe lead with the feather.
I'm gonna go chase the rock.
Doesn't explain that there's the feather on it. He just doesn't explain.
Yeah, I'm tunnel, the Paul is tunnel visioning to the rock. It's gonna go for the rock.
And you just catch up to it so easily, and you just pick it up, and I was just like trying to move away, and you just hold it. It's a nice little rock. It's very nice shape, I guess. It's a rock. It's looking at you. It's a rock.
Okay, that's it. The teacher has lost it.
I will touch the feather.
Georgia also goes. Oh, that's interesting. Georgia also goes. Teets, what the hell are you doing, Teets? Are you gonna try to touch the feather?
Yes.
You touch the feather, and well, nothing happens. You know, it's just a feather. It's one of the feathers. You can pull it away, I guess. Like there's so much, like, you know.
What do I roll here, guys? What do I roll here?
You don't have to roll anything.
Can we see
whatever
the-
you want to
like
do?
this-
What did you say, Scott?
He just picked up a rock. He's like looking at the rock now and prodding the rock.
Yeah,
Let me
that's
just say,
what
I
you
love
did.
that this rock just has
That's what's
stand
happening.
eyes.
Oh, I forgot. Mastino, as soon as the rock is lifted from the ground, you unfreeze.
Okay, I want to say
okay.
that, like, I've been stuck for so long trying to move, I just stumble on the ground when I'm unfrozen.
That's the thing. You don't seem to remember, like, what happened after you shot.
Oh, so it's just like deleted that portion of time.
Well,
Okay.
I think
that's
it. I
interesting.
think it might
Yeah.
I think it might be that it's less that it's deleted and more that from your perspective, you never froze.
Yeah, from my perspective, it's just kind of a king crimson that part of time. From my
Almost like
perspective.
that. Yes, exactly. It's your perception gets slowed down as well. So from
Yeah,
your
so to me
perspective,
it was an instant because even my perception was slowed. Okay.
you definitely notice it at the start because it accelerates. So at the start you do
Yes.
notice your motion is slower, but then like after a certain point, it just doesn't seem like anything happened. You're slowed down, and then you're not. So you're unfrozen now, and Paul has this rock. What did you want to do, Paul? Did you want to do anything else or just keep the rock?
So the rock has like, what is that, eyes on it?
Yes. Do you see the picture in the live session chat?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Yeah, it has stand eyes on it.
I'm gonna. Well, that's a pretty good defense considering it's a rock. So I'm gonna poke its eyes.
Man,
I'm
what a character.
I'm gonna poke one of the eyes. What would you do?
You do that, and you just like, again, everyone thinks you're crazy, and you just poke with one eye, and you just hear, oh.
That's his voice.
Is it like loud enough for us to hear, or?
Whoever is in the dry dimension, plane, world, then they can hear it, yeah. Yeah.
Alright, well, I start power walking over.
Okay, sure, you can do that. At this point, Elias is ready to attack again, so let's see. Well, he's gonna go for Anthony. He's talking to Dusty, and he doesn't want that to happen, so he's gonna go for Anthony.
Not on
boy.
my watch.
Hell yeah.
You see that he doesn't exactly. He doesn't want to be seen by Dusty trying to kill Anthony. So he's gonna just throw his glass knife towards you, trying to stab you in the neck with it. All right.
Okay.
I'd say like you're a bit too distracted. Probably Mastino gets to do something here. Just.
Oh
logically.
yeah, no, I'm just letting Mastino deal with it. That's our plan.
Okay. Mastino, what do you
Yeah,
want?
that's okay. So I could shoot the glass, but then glass shards everywhere if I do that. So I'm just gonna body block. I'm gonna put myself between the glass and Anthony.
What a man.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
cover my throat with my arms. First of all, I'm gonna cover my throat with my
Yeah,
arms.
I was
Okay.
gonna say we've kind of noticed his theme. He tends to only go for neck attacks.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna like put my forearms in front of my throat and then step in front of the glass. I guess that's speed.
I'd say because you. Yeah. Let's say speed. Makes sense.
Okay.
High effectiveness, right? He wouldn't expect you to just tank it.
Yeah.
And position, I guess, desperate. You know, I mean, you're already putting yourself in danger. Like you knowingly do
I mean,
so.
but
So I guess the position
it's-
doesn't matter in this case.
yeah, it's like I just need to like step a little bit. It's not exactly a desperate position. It's
Desperate-
just that I'm hurting myself.
The position means that the lower the position is of a certain action, the higher the consequences of failing the action.
Oh, okay, that's what. Okay, then.
So I
then it
guess
is
in this
desperate
position
because
it's desperate because I don't know, maybe
E-
you get unlucky.
even if I
with the-
succeed, I'm gonna take damage.
Yeah, I
That's-
think in this case it represents where the knife hits exactly. If you get super unlucky,
Okay.
what if it hits you in the heart, right?
I mean, would it penetrate that far?
I don't know, man. It's JoJo's. What do you want?
It's a fucking glass
What do you
shard.
want?
Would it penetrate that far? Jesus. Anyway, let's roll. Got a 5.
Five,
Good enough.
five. Pretty good. We like 5.
Good enough. Good enough.
Okay, so you just step forward and you get stabbed pretty deeply in your right arm. It goes right through the bicep.
I guess I'm gonna add that to the ailments.
That's
I guess.
That's probably level 3 harm, given the amount of bleeding going on. Level 3 harm, stabbed through bicep, I guess.
Right arm hole, pretty much.
Yeah, basically, yeah. That's good.
Honestly, I'm gonna keep the glass shard there just to stop the bleeding. That's a true fact, by the way. If you get like stabbed, you don't pull out the knife because that's just gonna make the bleeding worse. So I'm gonna keep the glass shard in my arm. How much exhaustion is that?
1d6 plus 3 now. Because you just got...
1d...
You just got the level 3 harm.
Okay, so that's a 3 exhaustion, like a flat.
Yeah,
flat
that's
3
gonna
exhaustion.
happen no matter what. And then 1d6.
Okay, so 1d6. There you go. Okay.
4.
So I have a 5 exhaustion right now.
Alright, you guys are doing pretty well.
Yeah, so what this achieves, by the way, this achieves 2 things. 1, I block the attack, and 2, now he has to get through me to get to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the same time as that, so yeah, good, great. Nice quick thinking there. As you're doing that, Paul, you're gonna start to get frozen. And you just get frozen, and there's nothing you can do about it. You're holding onto this rock. Emily, as you're moving over there, you see the rock like twist and drag itself off of Paul's hand and fall to the ground. Paul, you get unfrozen, and as when it falls to the ground, immediately, he's gonna try to freeze Anthony. He's gonna freeze Anthony. So
Rude.
I see.
I think you can tell the rock is doing this.
Okay.
Yeah. So Emily, you see the rock just froze.
Emily has 2 theories right now.
Mm-hmm.
Touching the rock might do something, and the rock looking at someone might do something.
Oh, sorry.
which
Mastino.
case-
it froze Mastino. Sorry. Damn, how did I do that? No, it froze Mastino.
Okay.
Well, now I'm kind of
Which case-
Yeah. Sorry.
Alright. So she has 2 theories, right, as to how the rock is doing this. That was just sitting there, looking at the rock for so long. She's like, oh, this is the feather. This is literally why we came here. She's just gonna take off her backpack and try to shove the rock in the backpack, zip it up, and just run the fuck away from here. She's gonna do the Boyd family special technique.
Okay.
And try to run away again.
Special technique. Before that happens, which you can do that. First of all, Paul can also do something if he wants to. He's unfrozen. But before that, again, Anthony's kind of distracted. Elias is just gonna move in and grab his glass knife from Mastino's arm, and he's just gonna try to kill Mastino straight up. She's just gonna try to stab him in the neck and kill him.
But I still have my arms around my neck. I still have my arms there.
He's gonna reach from around. You think he doesn't?
Oh, he's gonna like a looper. He's gonna go from the back.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I can literally do nothing about this.
You can kind of literally do nothing about this. Maybe Anthony. It's actually a pretty desperate situation here.
Yeah. Okay, let's.
It would be really
My
funny
next
if you.
move would be to fuck with the feather.
Hold on, it would be really funny if you just removed the friction from the floor.
No, wait, guys, I got it. Okay, so he threw the glass shard into Mastino's arm and then had to go over to pull it out, right?
Yeah.
can I spend a flashback to say during that time, moving out, took the touch coin from it and replaced it with like rubber? So it's like a rubber knife.
Yeah, you can. I like that. Go
That
for
way
it.
it's like, it doesn't even do anything.
Go for it. And let's use a sound effect as well for.
There was a thing where like as soon as I want to be stabbed in the neck, he's about to be killed, just.
Yep.
Yeah, it makes like the squeaky toy sound.
There we
Yeah.
Yeah.
go. I'd say that's possible. You are kind of distracted. I'll say 2d6 exhaustion.
Got it.
Plus, what's your highest ailment right now?
My highest
You
ailment
got kicked.
is
Yeah.
nothing. I don't have any.
You did get kicked, and I forgot to tell you that you got kicked on the side. That's a level 1 harm.
Got it.
That's level 1.
Kicked, sad face. I put that on my thing.
Yeah. Okay. So it's whatever it is, 2d6 plus 1.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, that's not what you want to see.
Wow.
That is not.
Wow,
Yo,
wow.
immediately
Bro,
we
he remembered so hard. He had a fucking aneurysm.
He got.
To be fair,
physically
I did
wicked.
save Mastino's life just now.
Yeah,
so
you
like,
did.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
yeah.
Jesus. Right. Elias
I go
goes in-
directly from 9 exhaustion to 22.
Jeez.
I'll say, Elias goes in confidently, trying to get his knife, and he just goes, "I guess this is the end for you. You should not have crossed me." And as he tries to grab it, he looks past Mastino's shoulder, and it's Anthony looking at him with like a. You know what would be cool? Like with a smile on his face, like he knows what's.
Yeah, like
he
I'm
knows what's
still
up.
talking with the sheriff, and all I do is just look over and kind of smirk, and then go right back to talking.
You see in his face, Elias is just a little bit concerned.
Go
And then
to
he
the
grabs the
VC chat real
knife,
quick.
and it just goes. and that startles him because he didn't expect it, and he actually genuinely falls back a little bit. But he doesn't grab the knife.
Raxi, go to the VC chat. Raxi, go to the VC chat.
Yeah. Oh my God. Wait. Let me show that to the display.
For chat, I sent the Skylar White GIF. Yeah, it's on
Anthony
stream
be
right
like,
now. Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, that's
this
Anthony
is,
right
this
now.
Is,
As he looks
second,
at.
this is the second time that this has happened.
This is the second time he does this.
Oh my God.
That's like his signature move.
Nice. But Elias gets genuinely startled by that and falls back a few feet, right? Almost stumbles, right? But he does have the knife now. Not that he can do much about it, or with it, so long as the coin is in place.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's go back to Emily and Paul. What was Emily doing again? Grabbing the rock, putting it in the backpack.
Just stuffing the rock in her backpack so it can't like look at her, and she's not touching it. So hopefully she's not gonna get frozen. And then just trying to book it out there.
Okay.
Makes sense to me. Well,
You're gonna grab it, right?
You know what? Just to be safe, I'm like gonna like rip up one of my sleeves and just like tie it around the rock so I don't directly touch it.
Okay, I shouldn't have asked you again. But then you would have said, well, whatever. Okay, yeah, no, that's clearly the safest option for you. So you're gonna go ahead and do that. It's not exactly fast, so I'm not gonna. Let's skip the roll. It's just a rock, for crying out loud. Like you can get it. So you get it. You put it in your backpack. As soon as it touches the backpack freezes, and as you move away, it's like you're a very convincing mimic. This backpack is just in the middle, stuck in the middle of the air, and you just can't pull it. Right?
Wait, so am I unfrozen?
And you are unfrozen, Mastino, yes.
Okay,
So Elias is kind of distracted right in front
Oh
of
yeah,
you.
I'm just gonna shoot him. Point
You're
blank,
just
I'm
gonna
gonna
shoot
shoot him
him.
in the chest. Yeah, point blank, I'm gonna shoot him in the chest.
Alright, go ahead and roll for that. And do your sound effect, please.
What is that? A speed, I guess? Because it's not really precision. He's right here in front of me.
I would...
So I guess that's a speed.
I think your best course is speed, yeah. Shotgun just
Okay.
bomb, you know.
No, it's not a shotgun. It's still a gun.
Okay,
Still just
That's
like a
fine.
normal pistol.
yeah, whatever you hit, you know.
What if it was a shotgun? That'd be quite drastic. There you go. It's that
Oh
easy.
my god! Okay,
How many fucking sixes did I get? I started this session with 3 spirit dice. I have 9 right
oh
now.
my god, oh my god. This
I
man,
have 9.
I mean, you just keep making good investments. You just can't put them down. It's one of those cases where, like, oh, if a millionaire were to go broke, would they be able to become a millionaire again? Yes, for
Yes,
Mastino's case.
clearly
In
yes.
Mastino's case, apparently.
Clearly.
Dude really lost everything. Every 38 spirit die gone, and he's just going back at it again.
I guess, yeah.
You're gonna shoot him, and you're gonna just hit him straight. You're gonna hit him. Where do you wanna actually? I'm gonna ask you where do you wanna hit him.
Okay, so I don't want this to be lethal because I don't know what's gonna happen if he dies. Like, if he dies, it could be like the entire town vanishes for all I know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna shoot him in the lung instead.
Okay, yeah, and just with all the confidence in the world, just raise your gun, bang, straight into the one of his lungs, and immediately he just goes and stumbles around even more, grabs like a chair, tries to stabilize himself, and he just slowly pulls out his watch and clicks the button. And
Pussy.
Emily and Paul and Georgia, they all see Elias appear into the dry world right now. So Mastino and Anthony, you can't see him anymore.
Nice.
I see.
You do see, yeah. Him. You see
Well-
him. You see him.
What did Emily wanna do with the feather, by the way?
Oh, just leave.
That's like, from Emily's perspective, that's all we came for, right? We just want the feathers.
Yeah, we literally just came for the feather. Everything else is just a side quest that appeared in front of us.
In a sense, yes. But Paul wanted to fuck with the feather first. So
Well, the
He's
feather
gonna
right
do
now is inside the bag. So, and the bag is frozen. So you realize pretty quickly that you can't unzip it. It's just frozen in place. Right?
Yeah, you can't. really
Well, I guess
move
we
that.
soft locked.
I guess you did, yeah. That didn't turn out great.
Well, at least that
Well, on the
that
bright
also
side,
means
nothing
you
else will get
cannot
frozen?
freeze any of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. So what do you want to do, Paul? You realize you cannot get to the rock. You just can't.
oof.
Elias is there. You know he's there. He looks wounded, gasping for air. He's again not quite out of the fight yet. Technically, he can still pull shenanigans and who knows what else, right?
I mean, this is a JoJo. Honestly, thinking back on it, Mastino would have probably survived getting his fucking throat sliced open.
True.
Since this is JoJo, so...
Right.
Yeah,
So
well-
yeah.
I'm not sure what to do, honestly. Like, okay, he's down. Should I, like, talking to him is useless. Yeah, if anyone has any ideas, I'll I'll take it because I'm not sure what I can do here. Because like even if I summon Soldier of Heaven, doesn't really matter.
Okay, we've seen that frozen objects can still be interacted with because I managed to move Georgia and Elias tried to kill me. So you could destroy the bag to get to the
yeah.
rock.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that means I could also move the bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no, the bag is... Yeah.
I guess the bag would
I guess.
would have to like fall down. It's on the. It has to be on the ground. I don't know. I guess it's a particularly heavy rock. Maybe you got caught. You know. It's a very heavy
It's
rock.
like a really heavy rock.
Maybe you were just surprised.
Just like,
right?
you are not bypassing my boss fight.
It's like a 5-ton stand rock.
Damn.
That's fair.
I think
It varies its weight as it wants.
Yeah, it's like an animal, you know, when it feels threatened, it can increase its weight.
Yeah.
So.
you still can't
If
open
I
the
can-
bag, if you're wondering. But
I still can.
You cannot. No, you cannot.
I still can't. Okay. And I cannot destroy it. You said.
You don't know that yet. You're not sure about it.
What if I just shoot it? I'm gonna just shoot it.
How are you gonna summon your stand? Oh yeah, you carry ice cubes with you.
Yeah, no.
I mean, even if there's gotta be ice cubes in a bar somewhere.
True.
Yeah.
What-
Honestly, yeah.
What
yeah.
if I freeze? What if I freeze the stand? What will happen?
freeze
How should you know that?
the stand?
Just freeze the entire thing. Yeah.
The bag?
Just freeze the bag with the stand in it. The
I
rock.
don't know. I mean, you can try. You'll find out.
All right. Let's just say I just throw a cube. I'm gonna go like. Yeah. There's dogs. I'm gonna throw an ice cube and we're like Soldier of Heaven. And then I'm going to just have Soldier of Heaven grab the. No. I'm gonna have him shoot the bag.
You just want to shoot the bag. You just want to shoot the bag. Okay. Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead. I guess.
Okay, can we stop trying to like kill that thing, like the rock?
Okay, I guess.
Emily
Okay,
says
how about
you
I
that
graze it?
character.
How about I graze the bag instead and freeze it?
Well, yeah. Again, you can do that. Emily did tell
Alright.
you. You know, maybe we shouldn't care about the rock.
I'm gonna try that. Okay, I'm gonna try that. Let me see.
You're just gonna ignore it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm trying to ignore him, but that's
oh
a
my
3,
god,
so
Paul.
yeah.
I love Paul. He's such a good character. I fucking love him.
He's a little bit of a dumbass sometimes, you know?
You do summon Soldier of Heaven, and
Yeah.
Soldier of Heaven touches the bag, and gets frozen in place because he touched the bag.
He doesn't touch the bag, he shot at the bag.
Okay, that's a different thing because you should graze the bag. So you mean
Yeah,
shoot.
graze it.
The bullet.
Graze it with a bullet, that's what I meant.
Okay, then you're safe even though the roll is bad.
Okay.
I guess you just. You know what? No, I mean it doesn't really matter. It's just a stationary bag. How can you miss? It's like point blank. So you shoot it, then the frost just starts spreading around the bag. Nothing crazy happens. I mean the bag can't move anymore. I guess. Well, we couldn't do that anyway, so it's frozen. I guess now you're sure that it's not going anywhere. Yeah, we've guaranteed it. It's not going anywhere.
Yep.
And you're just staring at this frozen backpack. and
So
Emily
nothing
looks
happens
at
for
it
me, I
too.
guess.
And Georgia goes, guys, what are you doing? He's right here. I'm just gonna attack him, I guess. And she's gonna turn around and try to attack Elias. She's gonna be a little smarter this time and pull out the laser cutter because that definitely does more damage. And just try to slice him as if it's like a lightsaber or something. It's definitely not as long, so you have to get pretty close. But it's definitely gonna hurt a lot. So let me just roll for her. Imagine if she just fucking kills him right now. 5. That's actually pretty good. As Georgia goes to, she's gonna go just for his chest, just in general, and she actually managed to like sear him pretty badly, like around from the upper chest area all the way down and around his ribs. There's like this really big, just burned scar, and he just fucking, it hurts like hell. He just screams in pain and moves back and instinctively just yanks a chair, throws it towards Georgia, which cuts her off guard a little bit. So she definitely, a little bit of distance is created between them. But she did get him. Yeah. He now is gonna start looking for some kind of other weapon. He grabs one of like an empty bottle in one of the tables and smashes it against the floor, and now he has a sharp bottle that he can stab with. So, what do you all want to do now? Mastino and Anthony. I think we can go back to Anthony with what he was talking for sure at this point. So you're still talking to Dusty. And
Indeed.
Last we left off, he definitely seemed like he was about to...
He's getting close.
He's getting close to realizing what actually is happening.
Yeah.
And he was. I believe it was just as he went. His wife killed. Elias killed his wife. Why would he do that?
Honestly, I don't think trying to figure it out will really help. If he did it in the first place, he obviously had something sick in the head.
I need to know more about this. I really do. I mean, even though he killed his wife, he could still not be the killer of everyone else. I mean, maybe it was just his wife, right? How can we be sure?
Anthony this is the point where Anthony glances at him, like trying to fucking stab Mastino in the neck. kind of like goes back and goes, I mean, I'm pretty sure, but...
I mean, I'm no expert, right? But
Yeah, I'm no expert, but he just tried to murder that guy in front of us. Just saying.
I think he didn't quite notice that.
Yeah, I'm going with the
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
of he's not really sure what's going on and everything.
Yeah.
Anthony kind of goes, well, I suppose you can't know for sure, but honestly, Sheriff, I don't think you really can know for 100% sure without, well, asking him, really.
Well, surely you would have some evidence, right?
Well, aside from things that would just be my word against his,
He kind of pulls back a little bit from the counterclop, and just puts his hand on his head and starts like contemplating. And he says, "Wait. She died in the same exact way as the rest. Of course. Who else could it be?"
Anthony kind of smiles a little bit. I'm so hoping that what just happened, and then I'm gonna say something that's gonna sound like, "Oh yeah, sure, you totally planned all this to happen," but I really hope that's what's gonna happen. Okay, what? Yeah, Sheriff, what'd you think of?
Sorry?
Anthony kind of goes, "Yeah, Sheriff, what'd you think of?"
I'm lost. I'm sorry. I'm confused. I'm sorry, Wesley.
I'm basically sleepwalking right now, man.
Maybe he doesn't know what
Nice.
that means.
There is that sound,
Well-
right? Is it a saying? Oh boy.
Hold on, wait. Oh,
Please
I cut
excuse
out. I
us,
didn't hear.
we are
didn't-
all filthy ESL.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe he
I
doesn't.
cut out. My Discord cut you off at some point to where all I heard was the sheriff going, "Wait," and then just
really?
nothing for a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. What I said is I didn't quite get. Is it a saying? I didn't quite get that. Sorry.
No. For here, let's rewind a bit. What did the sheriff say last?
The sheriff said last. Of course, he was the murderer. His wife died in the exact same way that every other victim got killed.
Okay, yeah, I didn't hear that originally. Thanks.
Okay.
That's
Sorry-
why I was
sorry,
like,
guys,
"What do
this
you
time-
think?" That's why I said, "What'd you think of?" Because like there was a pause there for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hey, chat. These things happen. You know what I'm saying?
True.
These things happen. You know, it's a miracle I can speak to someone from across the world. Just saying. You know.
True. All right.
We
Anyway.
should focus on the positives.
Yeah. So, how'd the wife die?
Her head was cut off. Rather crudely.
Yeah.
Has to be it. No, that it has to be Elias. You are right.
Anthony kind of smiles and goes, "Look at that. You solved the case." The whole time I was like, I'm gonna lead him right to it, and then I'm gonna let him take the final step.
Yeah.
That was my plan.
Yeah. And he's smiling at first, kind of in disbelief, but then his expression darkens a little bit and becomes anxious, and he goes, I wish it was someone else.
Yeah.
Perhaps that is why I didn't see it earlier.
I think that's exactly it.
I probably just didn't want Elias to be the killer. He reaches
Never
from
want
below
someone
the
you're
bar.
close to
He reaches from below the bar. He puts a nice heavy empty glass on it, and then goes from below again. Reaches for some beer, and just pops the screw. Sorry, the cork. Bro, language. The cork.
Pops the cock.
Yeah, he pops his cock out.
Just, you know, yeah.
He's popping his cock out.
Oh my god. And starts to push himself a beer. Damn, I got flustered from that. Sorry. Right. You do see his face for sure that he still doesn't quite know what to do now. There's relief. He solved the case.
Yeah.
but he didn't expect it to come to this.
Yeah.
And he goes, I guess I should arrest him.
That would be the next step. Yeah.
Right, yep. And he finishes pouring his beer and puts the bottle back beneath the counter. Grabs the glass, swirls the beer in it a little bit before taking a sip. And after taking a sip, he puts it down a little bit, and then he thinks about it a little bit, and then he just downs the whole thing in one.
Yeah.
Just downs the whole thing and slams the glass down to the counter.
That one's on me.
All right, thanks. Yeah. Oh, and I guess you realize now that all the victims that were giving you, telling you, let's go have a beer, I cannot drink, here's a coin, they were all pointing you at the bar.
Yeah.
I will say it is really cool that like all of them was mentioned the beer, and at the end we have the payoff. That's really
was
cool.
Great.
That's really cool. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's still conflicted. He doesn't want to do this. He probably has to.
Anthony kind of goes, well, here, I'll tell you what. I think there's one thing that you should do before you go arrest him. And Anthony's gonna say this in a way that could imply, oh yeah, go to their graves, but in a way that's more like go to them in general and say, you should go to them. The ones that you couldn't have protected, and say you're sorry. But I think they'll forgive you.
His head sinks. He lets out a just sad, just. All right. I know what to do now. He grabs his. Well, no, he doesn't grab his hat. It's all the way across the room. He.
Telekinetically, like, you know.
Yeah, he looks at you and goes, thanks. You really know what
problem.
you're doing, huh?
I like to think so.
Maybe you should be a sheriff.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll consider it after I'm done fighting all my battles.
Well, good luck with that. I think the people
Thanks.
would love you. Yeah. I think the people would like you. He reaches from underneath a counter and grabs the rest of the big bottle of beer. Gives you a wink and says, "Can't let this go to waste." And as he walks away from the counter, he disappears. And as that happens, from within the backpack and the frozen, from within the frozen backpack, you all hear, "No, no!" And you hear like as if the rock is like, hitting the walls of the backpack, and you just hear, doof, 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 and Elias, he stands up and points the broken bottle at Georgia, and sees Dusty walking off, and he drops. His hand starts to shake, and it just drops the broken bottle and shatters on the floor, and he's just standing there in shock, honestly. And you see he moves forward. His jacket gets caught. His coat gets caught in the in one of the chairs behind him, and it gets removed. So as he's walking forward, he almost transforms into the other version of himself, and he just slowly is walking forward, and just goes just very softly, almost whispering. It just says, "My wife is dead. She has been dead all along." And he collapses on the floor, basically. He tries to grab himself as he's falling from one of the tall chairs of the bar, but just ends up tumbling even further. Like he tries to push himself up, cannot do that. Falls even further. The chair falls on top of him. It's just sad, pathetic scene. And he's not passed out yet. He's on his knees, and he's just staring down. I killed her. And his pocket watch rolls from his pocket, and kind of like turns around, kind of like rolls and rattles on the ground and falls right in front of his face where he's looking down, and he's staring at it, stuck at midnight as always, and says, "I ran out of time. If only I had a little bit more time. Just a little bit more." And he grabs the watch and brings it closer to his face, and he just stays there staring at the watch. The town doesn't disappear as it was suggested. What happens is the rain you almost don't realize at first. The rain stops. And Mastino, you quickly check your watch. It's moving normally. In fact, it's you entered the town at midnight. It is 10 a.m. And the lighting outside the bar really does look like that. And just the entire town transforms.
Like it's morning.
Yes, it's morning now. And the entire town transforms into a more accurate a more realistic, I guess, version of... I'm saying it wrong. It's just what it would be. It's an abandoned town. Right?
Yeah.
It's just an abandoned town that you would see.
Yeah, it's like a decrepit and abandoned and like a wasteland, like it should have been without the stand powers.
Yeah, exactly. And but Elias does seem to hang on for a little bit longer. He's just inconsolable. He's devastated.
Well, I'm just gonna leave him here, honestly.
Okay.
I'm not gonna have compassion for a guy that decapitated with supposedly shards of glass a bunch of people.
Yeah.
I'm not about to have compassion for that guy.
Yeah.
We got the feather. Should we call the police on him or something?
He's probably gonna disappear along with the town soon enough.
He's starting to disappear from his feet
Oh, okay.
up.
Well, I guess he's gonna start walking away.
Yeah, you cut off, but what he said, because I heard him
Let
earlier,
him,
is that
let
you
him
shouldn't have
say
been
it.
a murderer.
You cut off as well, saying that.
I can't do this anymore, man.
So Skorak, one more try.
Okay. So I guess moral of the story is shouldn't have been a murderer. And just
Oh, bravo. Excellent.
Classic.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose that's the moral of this story. He's gonna... Mastino is gonna sit at the counter. He's gonna be like... Look, before going, let's all just rest a bit. It's not like any of us slept, did we?
Yeah. Yeah.
if we're going to rest, let's do it in the Enigma engine outside the creepy ghost town.
That's fair.
Yeah, fair enough. As Anthony passes by Mr. Dying, fading murderer man on the ground, Anthony kind of looks over at him, kind of disgusted, just because, you know, Anthony's very much a value life kind of person. What's he do? Is he still just looking at the watch?
Yeah, slowly fading, from the feet up. On the
Anthony
ground,
kind of
so-
looks at him and goes, I tell you, you should try to... I tell you that you should try to apologize or make right for what you did, but one, I don't think you'll listen. And two, I don't think you're even going where you could apologize to them. So you made your bed. Lie in it. Then he's just gonna leave.
Yeah, Mastino's gonna follow him. He's gonna be like, yeah, where he is going, I don't think he's gonna be able to apologize to any of them.
He reaches his other hand forward and just like weakly grasps a bunch of glass shards, sharpener, right? And just tightens his fist, which causes him to bleed a little bit as he gets himself stabbed from the inside of his palm, and he just goes, I just needed to think about it. I just needed..." And in a fell whoosh, as he gets up, tries to go after you, he just disappears. The Pokemon doesn't.
What an asshole! And then
He
Mastino turns
oh.
back.
Oh, I get it. He took a step.
Mastino is just gonna scoff. He's gonna be like, "What a dickhead," and then turn around.
Yeah,
And as his Pokewatch remains, by the way, just like falls on the ground and rattles there.
Interesting.
Actually,
So
you know
good
what?
thing.
I'm gonna take the pocket watch.
Yeah, might go and look at that.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, let's inspect the pocket watch real quick.
Yeah.
It does seem like it's a nice golden pocket watch.
Now that's an antique.
Well, let's keep it as a souvenir, I suppose.
Yeah.
As you pass over the counter, you do see the skeletal remains, headless, of course, of Dusty. Still,
Oh, really?
slumped over the bar. The real remains of Dusty.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, still one hand holding a glass of an empty glass, and you notice something strange about it. You see that you take a closer look at it, and it doesn't seem like it was broke. It was, how you call it? It doesn't seem like it was decapitated like the rest of the victims. It seems kind of broken in all places. Like it got beaten up heavily.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up the report about this guy. I'm gonna pick up the case file about this.
Yeah, okay.
The last
Yeah, this is way too
shakingly-
creepy for me.
the last shakingly written case file, right? Describing Dusty's death. At the very bottom, you didn't notice it. Says Dusty is considered the last victim of, or rather, it says it would be easy to assume that Dusty was the last victim of the murderer. However, we do know that in their frustration, the townsfolk killed Dusty.
Oh.
And
What?
decapitated him in the same way that the murderer would, to show how
To show the frustration.
but
I
yeah,
guess.
the frustration, the desperation of this town, and that it's over. Not long after this, I guess Paul also sees in the newspapers. I'm gonna be honest, I've mentioned this earlier, but you do see in the newspapers the town was abandoned at some point. There was a mass exodus, and it roughly lines up about a week or 2 weeks after Dusty was murdered by the townsfolk.
Okay.
I guess what they saw is that their sheriff getting drunk and getting desperate to solve this case, and it just was too much. And they were already scared of this murderer that he couldn't catch. So they, I guess, kind of lost their minds, killed him, and then
Mob mentality
left.
thing.
Yeah, they just left. And that's how this town was abandoned.
Wild.
Good riddance. Let's leave this place and never return.
The backpack is still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking rock.
It would be
Yeah.
more safe to grab for it would be safer for Soldier of Heaven to grab the ice and manipulate the bag through that than it is to just grab the bag.
Yeah,
on its own.
that's definitely what I'm doing. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds fair.
So you still hear from the inside, I just want to be left alone. Ugh. Come on. And
There's a guy called Silouan. We're gonna take you to meet.
Silouan, not him. Oh, I
What's
hate
wrong?
him.
What's wrong with a Silouan? I get he's like a spooky skeleton that swims through concrete, but you know, he can be nice.
His plan is stupid. I don't want to go.
Yeah,
through
Anthony
that.
comes through
Well,
and
okay,
goes.
you're a rock. So like,
Yeah, Anthony comes out and is like, why are you guys talking to Emily's backpack? Has no idea about the rock thing. And
Yeah.
was not paying attention to that.
Yeah, 100%. And let me yeah, yes. So you just hear this rock. Well, you don't even hear the rock. You can't see it. You should just hear this like,
Yeah, I'm like,
really
what?
deep voice, frustrated, just
What
like,
is in Emily's backpack?
I would just. That was nice and peaceful here. Just the rain. But no, you had to ruin it.
yes.
All right, buddy. You know the whole saying about like glass houses shouldn't throw stones? Well, you are a stone, so think about that for a second too.
What does that mean? Emily, what the fuck does that mean?
Exactly.
What do you mean by that?
Exactly.
I don't understand that.
I think
That
she's
sounds
just think about it.
scary, though, I guess.
Yeah, that was vaguely threatening.
that was vaguely threatening. And, well, you start walking outside a little bit, and lo and behold, Silouan shows up. Comes from the ground. Let me put him up for the people. And just goes, what happened?
Long story short, we solved the border mystery from like 2 centuries ago. We recovered this rock.
Oh, okay. What rock?
It has a feather on it, and it thinks your plan is stupid.
Jara. Ah,
Jara, yeah,
Jara,
yeah.
that's his name. Do stay away from the ground if you can. He's quite dangerous.
Oh,
That's it.
we've come accustomed to his powers. Don't worry.
Good, good for you.
He gave us quite the trouble on our little investigative adventure, let me tell you.
And from the inside of the bag, you hear, Silouan, is that you? You sent them, didn't you? I don't want to follow your plan. I don't want to reunite. I was just fine here. Oh, it's so much trouble.
There must... Dude, you're literally a rock. There must be something cooler you want to do than be a rock.
No, just want to be a rock.
Okay,
Look,
but like, imagine being a rock, but like in a bunch of different places. We're going like all over the country. What if you're a rock, but on like a seashore or a cool town with the neon lights? What about that?
Couldn't care less.
No? Well, okay, go fuck yourself. You're a rock. We make the decisions.
Look.
Hey,
The sooner you get this,
don't do that.
the sooner you just let us do this, the sooner that we can just set you somewhere so you can live out the rest of your days there.
Oh, I guess that's a solid argument.
Heck, we'll throw you in the ocean so no one ever finds you again if you want.
No, please don't do that. I don't like the ocean. The rocks that are
You like the rain.
weird.
Paul
I would just imagine this like...
solid argument.
I just imagine this like image album that's like different sort of postcards from like across Australia, like scenic routes, and just the same rock, like, you know, just
Yeah.
in somewhere in the frame.
Yeah, oh, we gotta make postcards with a jar.
Yeah.
We gotta
Yeah.
make postcards.
Yeah. He just goes, I don't like the ocean rocks. They're too soft. They're just round.
Yeah,
and-
that's what erosion will do to you usually.
I hate erosion. I hate erosion.
Yeah.
I hate erosion.
What
And,
you've
it's a
had
bag.
experiences with it? You've been in the ocean before?
Well, I used to be a really big rock, believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
It's
I
much
see what happened.
older. Then a
Yeah.
building fell on me, and I was cut in half. Then I fell from the hill, and I was cut in half again. And then I was in the ocean for a while, and I was eroded to half size again. And I think you can guess the rest.
Yeah, you know, from there to ending up in this town, it's, you know, one small step, basically.
And it was perfect.
Holy shit.
I love that. I'm just like, yeah, ocean, town in the middle of the desert.
Yeah,
obvious.
Yeah, it's like basically next door.
Yeah. Mastino's saying that mainly just because he doesn't want to keep hearing about it.
Okay, well, that one done with. I really hope next time we're not gonna have to investigate something so macabre. So, where next, Silouan?
And Silouan goes, give me a second. I'll be right back. And he retreats back to the ground. And Jara just goes, Silouan, why is she so obsessed? Well, I don't get it. Just pick a corner and stay in it.
That's easy for you to say.
Yeah, first of all, that's easy for you to say, as Paul said. Second of all, you see, do you know about Quiet Dawn?
No, I've been in a rainy
Well-
town for the past 200 years.
Yeah, that stupid question. You're right.
Yep.
Basically, Quiet Dawn is this terrorist organization that wants to basically destroy the world and send it back to the primitive ages with, destroying all of technology. So Siouban is trying to stop that along with us.
I mean, that honestly sounds pretty good to me. Less humans.
Yeah, but like,
less
no,
harm
think
to
about it.
nature,
Think
less
about it this way.
erosion.
No, Jara, think about it this way. If we don't have technology, that means we can't use materials. We're gonna have to resort to rocks, which means you're gonna like be cut down even more and used
You're
up as
gonna be the
material.
tool.
Oh,
Yeah, you're gonna become like some fucking tool.
oh, God knows how I escaped the Stone Ages. That was the most
Yeah.
terrifying time to be a rock.
Yeah, they're gonna bring back the Stone Ages. That's what they wanna do.
Go back there. I
Yeah,
guess
that's
you're
what we're
right.
trying to stop. That's what
Bro,
that's what we're gonna stop.
only in JoJo, man.
I guess you're right. All right, I guess I'll help you for the time being. But if you
Thank you, John.
inconvenience me too much, I might go back on that. No guarantees.
Yeah, don't worry, Jara.
Okay, I'll stay in the back for now.
I guess after this we all like walk into the sunset. I guess after this
Yeah, I think we're gonna end it here.
we just walk into the
Yeah.
sunset.
The start of the next session, we're gonna see where Silouan wants to take you next.
The sunset at 10 a.m.
Yeah, the sunrise.
The sunrise.
The sunrise at 10 a.m., which is also weird.
Yeah. Just a perfect little shot. All the people walking away. Jara saying from inside the bug, "It's nice and dark here." And what do I want to say? I forgot what I want to say. Next session we'll start by Silouan is probably gonna tell you where to go next.
Yeah, I guess
You're
we're
doing
gonna be
pretty
like in
good. I mean,
the Enigma machine and
it's 6 feathers, right? You have Silouan, Mika, and now Jara on your side, which means there's another 3.
Yeah.
yeah.
And one of them
Making
is quite
progress.
feather.
Oh yeah, and
So we
we're
have 2
gathering-
more feathers.
You have 2 more.
Yeah,
Actually.
so we have 2 more feathers, and then we'll have to go after Quiet Dawn.
You're building up quite an arsenal, actually.
In any case, 10 out of 10 session, 10 out of 10 arc as a whole. Really, really like these 2 sessions.
Oh yeah, these
Definitely
two
a cut above all of the other ones, definitely.
like I can't keep saying this. I can't keep saying that this is my new favorite one, but like I keep saying it.
This is my new favorite one, yes.
Yeah.
No, like for me, before I didn't really have a favorite one. Like they're all good, but they're all the same kind of good. But this is
Yeah.
definitely like a cut above everything else.
Yeah. This is the one that I'm gonna be like, oh man, this was the one.
Also, oh my god, I had so much fun role-playing Mastino, talking to Elias and Jara.
That was great.
That was great. Mastino just being like, bro, you're a fucking moron. Holy shit. You're fucking stupid. To Elias.
The villain tried to explain
I-
position. Mastino, you're stupid. That's stupid. Why would you ever do that?
I really liked as we're talking to the guy as he's explaining his thing. I just go, wait a sec, guys. Why are we trying to understand the mindset of a murderer? Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, where were you even talking to this guy?
Nice. I'm glad you liked it. And I hope
Yeah.
you guys liked it in the audience. Or anyone watching the
True.
VOD. This is the longest session by far. We've had.
Yeah, we're
It's
at 10
actually
PM.
We
almost 2
started-
hours, which is a normal last session
Yeah.
for other standards, other campaigns.
Yeah, we started pretty much on time and we went as if we started late.
I definitely
redemption arc.
I definitely was always towards the end I was a little bit like, is Super gonna have to go? You know, and but it's been done well.
I would
thankfully.
have told you. I would have said it.
Yeah, I figured.
Speaking of have to go, I am absolutely like I'm ready to pass out. So I think I'm
Blasted.
Yeah,
True.
we definitely had a beefy session. We all deserve a bit of a rest. But in any case,
thank you everyone so much for watching.
I realized before we end, I realized that Anthony is literally the only normal guy here. Like the only normal functioning guy. Because Paul, he's Paul. He's like his own entity. Emily just wants to fucking run all the time.
Yeah.
Georgia is incredibly angry and reckless. Mastino is Mastino.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Also
that leaves Anthony as like
Yeah.
the only normal functioning dude.
Yeah.
Anthony's just like, I care for people. That's about it. And
Yeah.
everyone is like, I care for people
Maybe.
sometimes.
Sometimes.
Optionally.
Honestly, okay, Mastino has like a very specific code, but I can't really put it into words. Like, I know instinctually what it is. I can act it out, but I can't
when you're
put
in
it into
character,
words.
when you're in character, it's second nature.
Yeah, but like, if you asked me to explain Mastino's code, I couldn't.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Well, we can end it
you
now.
Yeah,
Max out Shogami. Max out Shogami.
goodbye. Max out your lupus.
Bye-bye. I'm gonna go have dinner.
We'll see you.
Yeah.
Also,
Thank you for the donations
I
as well,
told-
KP. Thank you so much.
true. Yes. Thank you.
it's
I
big.
told my friends how we threatened Jara into helping us, and then one of my friends just sent me this gift.
Wait, I gotta saw this. Let me see.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Let me saw it real quick. Stone Age, the most
alright.
terrifying time to be a rock.
Indeed. All right. Bye, chat.
Alright,
Bye.
bye guys. See you next
Goodbye.
week.
Bye bye.
Bye everyone.